Another day, another maggot-infested lineup of alleged entertainment. And it all starts in an hour with today's live episode of America's RAD Cast here on the radnetwork.com. For now, here's what we could scrounge up from our most recent show. Enjoy, and good luck with that.
I was talking to a friend of mine's daughter who's 21, and she was saying that she's terrified of going out because she has social anxiety. And her dad and I were there, and like dad's like so frustrated, right? But you know how you won't listen to your parent, but sometimes you'll listen to another adult that you trust. So dad was hoping that I could get her to kind of like turn it around. But when you broke it down, it was all COVID, because she's 21. Well, COVID was 6 years ago. She was 15, high school, that awkward age. And she's not in high school. She's at home, and she just learned in her brain to be terrified of people going out. Because I was trying to break it down with her. Well, okay, is it crowds? Is it loud noises? Is it people? And she just kept, yes, it's all of it. And so that's a big part of it for the whole generation. And then, yeah, whether they're isolating into dressing like animals or video games or other things, they're engaging in fewer relationships or connecting with their peers. And when you ask them, to Kyle, about how they're into other things, when they surveyed 2,000 Gen Z adults, 2/3 of them would pick other things over sex. Like, for example, 2/3 would say they'd rather have a solid night of sleep than sex.
Well, that's how you get a solid night of sleep, goddammit. You have good sex.
That's something a married 40-year-old says. I get it all the time. I really need some sex. But 25-ish? Career security ranked ahead of regular sex. If you could equate the two, I'd rather have career security than have sex. Just be having sex.
Sure.
Personal success, same thing. I'd rather have personal success than be having sex. Friendships were more important than having sex on a regular basis, and so was alone time to Gen Zers. All in the majority, all like, nah, I'd rather just be alone than have sex.
God, oh, man. That was all that was on my mind when I was like a teenager. I swear, and young adult, it was on my mind. That's probably why I didn't get it. It was rough until I was 22, man.
This is one of the funny things, right? Is all older generations think the younger generations are nuts or stupid or crazy, even though they refuse to acknowledge, well, I did the same thing. Now older generations are picking on the younger generations for not doing the same thing. You're 25, you should be out partying. What's your problem?
Yeah, a lot of them are health conscious, too. I think that has a little bit to do with it, too. Like the view on smoking with that generation, if they're not vaping, because there is a majority that do that. They have the vape pens out. But a lot of them are like super against smoking and drinking as well, so they don't even party at all. And it's not for religious reasons. It's just because they're little health nuts. They'd rather go hike.
I like the correlation you make between people that don't party. It's because they're religious.
You're not allowed to. Jesus says no. You're going to hell.
Similar to that, there's a new survey they did where they asked millennials, which would be age 30 to 45. So both of my partners here, Jeff and Kyle, are both on the spectrum of millennials, right? Born between 1981 and 1996.
Yep.
So millennials now are starting to take over the workplace. Gen Xers are kind of running it, but they're on their way out. You know, we're all in our mid-50s or whatever, early 50s.
You guys are management.
The millennials are do what, Kyle?
You guys are management.
Yeah. And I mean, this is how it works. This is not new. This is how every generation kind of, until we have lifespans in the hundreds and all that, and whether or not that changes. So a survey went out and they asked, I love this is like woman on woman crime, right? No one's meaner about women than women. Oh, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm a better mom. Oh, I'm a working mom, so I'm a better mom because I said, oh my God, they're brutal to each other. So I love it when we go out and we pit people against each other, generational on generational crime. They ask millennials, what are the trends of Gen Z they can't stand? So,
I think I listed a few off already.
All right, well, let's see. Let's see. How did I highlighted these for a reason? Okay, some of these to me are they're obvious. These are for the most part specific to Gen Z. Because some of these I'm like, that's just being young, but millennials can't stand that Gen Zers are offended with everything, including feedback at work. Saying You have to praise them and then tell them what a wonderful job they're doing and then give them some constructive feedback. That's nauseating. That would drive me nuts as a boss.
Yeah, they are little sissies in the workplace. That is for sure.
You can't just say, hey, dude, you did this wrong. But first you have to say, it's a pleasure having you here, and I'm so glad that you're prompt and you're well-dressed, and you really knocked it out of that park with that pencil sharpening project I gave you. But that's insane. And that does seem unique to me. I mean, I've got plenty of millennials that have been working for me for years. I was married to a millennial. I didn't get that vibe from them. So that one I was like, okay, that's a good one. This one. Millennials complaining about Gen Zers because Gen Zers are incapable of maintaining eye contact.
Oh, I haven't noticed this one. Interesting. All right.
Oh. So they'll talk to you and their eyes are elsewhere, usually like past you or looking down. And of course, Gen Zers, if you're walking by them, they're buried in their phones, but never in your face. Like you can see this a lot at places where they should be looking at you, like grocery stores when they check you out. It's like, hello, I'm hello, waving my hands. Hi, I don't really want to talk to you, but this is part of the human interaction. And I've noticed this for a few years that it seems, and again, I think it's COVID related. I don't want to blame everything on COVID, but they're just afraid to look you in the eye.
Yeah, I think I see that, or I notice that a lot too.
Yeah.
My nephews are in that age bracket, so it's like I definitely see that.
Maybe it's something that you get over at that age. So I'm trying to think back and putting myself in that situation, because I remember I wasn't making eye contact with people because I get like kind of shy and embarrassed sometimes. Like I'd look at them, I'm like, oh no, I feel like they read my thoughts, and I dart away. But now I make it a habit to like actually look people in the eye and keep that eye contact and
stare into their soul.
Not really. Yeah. Just kind of keep their attention almost, because now when I'm talking to somebody and I lock eyes with them, I get really irritated the second the eyes dart away. And I'm like, oh, now there's something else on your mind. Okay, fine. I guess I'm not important.
If you have something to say, I think, eye contact's pretty important.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could put this in the category that I'm about to get to of that's just part of being young. It seems to me like it's more prevalent now than it's ever been. That way too many people that are under 30, they just don't like the eye contact thing for any amount of time. I don't know. The other one, yes, Gen Z is horrible at this. It doesn't bother me. I don't get offended by it, but millennials put it on their list. They use no punctuation when they're typing or they're texting, and it drives people. And that is true. I mean, it's a constant. You get a text from a Gen Z, or it's a run-on sentence. You got semicolons where they don't belong. I'm like, what is this human trying to say?
You probably hate my text messages then, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not that good.
I don't notice.
Oh, you don't?
Really
okay,
don't.
That makes me feel better.
I try to make mine better too, but I feel like I do a lot of voice to text, so it's hard.
Yep. I do the same thing.
And that's the other thing too. A lot of people do that. It's like, as long as I can figure out, okay, this is what they're trying to say, it doesn't bother me. It's when I'm going, what? Like it inserts a word, like autocorrect inserted a word, or autofill did, and you never noticed it, and you hit send, and then the other person's like, that word doesn't make any sense in the sentence. What are they trying to say?
I think when
other
I first
things.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say when I first met you, Rob, I was texting you. This is years and years and years ago, and I was texting you, and I was, I'm not very good at grammar. My spelling is questionable always. I blame it on the fact that I'm a software developer, so I write in code mostly, and so I do run-ons, and I think you gave me a few comments on my grammar, like one of the first few texts I texted you, and I was just kind of like, I'm really bad at this stuff, just to let you know. And I said that, but it was eye-opening though. It made me reiterate the fact that I'm not that good at this.
Dude, I don't know why it never took for me in school. I never could get grammar and the punctuation and any of that down. It still irritates. I don't even know where you add commas in for half the time. Like, I know when you're listing things, you got to do it, but when do you add them in the other times? I have no goddamn clue.
No, and that's the thing. Like, it's mood-based with that example, Jeff. It's like I must have, whatever mood, not necessarily a bad mood, but maybe I'm like, okay.
It wasn't rude. It was just kind of like, is this a question? Is this like a kind of thing? Like, because like I probably added a question mark or didn't add a question mark or something, like, not properly. And so like I remember like it made sense what you said, but I was like, oh, I'm not that good at this. Just to let you know. Oh,
is he still there? He's
Interesting,
gone.
yeah.
Bye, Rob. No. What'd you do? He just went black. He didn't even. His camera isn't even on. There's not even like a little logo there.
Yeah, we're dealing with a couple of difficulties right now. I have a feeling that something happened with his computer. I can't
I bet you it restarted again.
Yeah, I have no idea. So, all right, Kyle.
Yep, just go to commercial. There he is. There he is.
Rippy, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back.
So we were talking about this earlier in the week or whatever. Technology, right? None of us can live without it, and it's also the bane of our existence. And it just, the minute technology gets in your way, it screws up everything. So that thing happened again, where for no reason at all. So everybody, I assume almost everybody has a laptop, has a computer, and you know how you can not shut it down, but you can just restart it, right? You can just go to the little icon and you hit restart. That's what my computer did. I didn't make it do it. It just did it while we were in the middle of our conversation. And then it came back up. And then, coming back, trying to get everything out. So sorry about that interruption. We were talking about millennials and their beefs about Gen Z. And from my recollection, we had left off. We were talking about punctuation within texting and run-on texting is that about where everything cut out in your memory, Kyle?
Yes. Actually, I have notes on it. We left on yep, correct. Spelling errors and how we are not very punctual on our text messages.
Okay. Not punctual. You don't use punctuation. Punctual is being on time.
So what's the word I'm looking for? Grammatically correct?
Sure. Grammatically correct, yeah.
Grammatically. Okay. God, and I went to college, huh?
You graduated, didn't you?
Did.
You're the college graduate on this show.
I even tested out of English. I didn't have to finish my last English courses. I was smart enough to test out of it.
Well,
shocking?
It shows, but you did test out of it, so that means you had the knowledge at some point.
I did. It went away.
We're working on these are things that millennials say they can't stand about Gen Zers. Then we started with they're so offended at work, and they don't take feedback unless you first tell them everything that they're doing great. They can't make eye contact. And then we're talking about their terrible punctuation in typing and texting. But then when you get into a few of them that to me it's like, okay, well, this is that older generation bitching about younger generation thing that we all do. Because there's a bunch of stuff on this survey, I didn't highlight all of it, about fashion. Well, every generation thinks the generation after them doesn't know how to dress. One of the Gen Z doesn't own any regular pants. Almost every younger person I work with shows up in pajama pants on a regular basis.
Nah, I'm not seeing that.
Come on.
And when I went to high school, people wore pajama pants all the time.
And I remember in the 80s, long before you were even born, Kyle, we went through this phase where comfort was in. And everybody, people think, the 80s and Reagan and Soviet Union, and we were all, but no, we weren't. There was this whole phase where comfort was in. People were wearing the original yoga pants and those what were those stupid, the leg warmers that go up through your calf.
Mm-hmm.
And they were wearing them to work. You go through these phases. So, yeah, that one didn't land with me. Another complaint by millennials about Gen Zers was, when someone says thank you, your response should be you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so hard to say? Because Gen Zers respond not with you're welcome, but of course. Okay.
Yeah, that's not that bad. I'll take that.
No, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
If I say thank you to somebody, they say, oh, of course, but it's like no problem.
Yeah, that's genuine. That's all that matters. As long as it's genuine and it feels polite, I'm happy. Yeah, that one doesn't bother me at all either. Yeah, that was a
I
nothing
thought
burger.
that was a made-up beef. And then millennials, they also said they don't like that Gen Zers wear band T-shirts without knowing the artist.
Oh,
how do you know? How do you know? If you see a Gen Zer wearing a Hendrix shirt, how do we know that they don't know Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, we don't. I played into this. My dad gave me some crap. I got a cool Led Zeppelin shirt back when I was like 14 years old. I went shopping at the mall and it had the angel on it, and I was like, oh, that's a cool shirt. And he's like, do you even know like any Led Zeppelin songs? And I listed 2. I said Black Dog and Stairway to Heaven. And he's like, that's not good enough. So what did he do? He went out and bought me a Led Zeppelin CD.
Okay.
Greatest hit. And he's like, listen to this. Now you can wear the shirt.
So did you get the shirt and then you couldn't wear it, or did you have to go back and get the shirt
I
after you
still
listened
wore
to
it.
the CD?
I was a teenager. He couldn't tell me I couldn't wear it. I mean, I'm sure he could.
Yeah.
But he didn't press the issue. He was just kind of bummed out. You know, he's really into music and stuff, so he didn't like seeing his kid go around repping a band shirt that the kid wasn't even into the band that much. I thought it was a cool shirt.
That I do get. It's just that complaint in the survey. My first question always is, well, okay, they look young, so you're like, well, you don't even know who Metallica is. Well, how do you know that? Maybe they do. I told the story earlier this week that Zeppelin and Hendrix, they always, in music testing, they go through the roof with men 18 to 34 who weren't even alive when they were around. So sometimes they do. Now, if you do ask them a few questions and they have no idea who Green Day is or something like, it's like, why are you wearing that? What is the point of that? So that I would get.
It's fashion.
Yeah, and ultimately, is this really worth getting upset over? Like,
no, it's not. Just high five them and go on with your day.
And then there were two others that I saw, and I was like, this has nothing to do with generation. This has to do with certain types of people. Millennials, the thing they can't stand about Gen Zers is that Gen Zers have no interest in their family history. They don't want any family heirlooms handed down. They have no curiosity about the lives led by the older adults in the family. That's not a Gen Z thing. There's a ton of us who have gone through generations, and we're like, whatever, came before me, don't care. I don't have no interest, but I have very little interest. I was like, whatever. What do I care? I'm not a Gen Zer. It's fine if you are into it. It's just okay. I don't see the connection between that and Gen Z. It's just a lot of people. I don't care, and I'm in my 50s.
Yeah, there's a ton of people out there of all ages that hate their family and want nothing to do with them.
Sure. And that's just what they know of, maybe, who their family is now. And maybe, or maybe they're just completely like, who cares? I wasn't around for grandpa or great grandpa when he was winning World War II or whatever. So what? That's not specific to Gen Z. I thought that was stupid. The other one was, okay, see this one, come on, I'm sorry. This is just the newer form of technology. We were bitching about this 20 years ago when people were doing it with their cell phones on speaker. Millennials got angry at Gen Z because they're FaceTiming every single phone call in public. It's rude and obnoxious. No one wants to hear your inane chanter about some other idiot. I know that. That's true. But before it was speakerphone, you still see that. Now I do see this all the time. People are FaceTiming in public. Now I not only get to hear the other person, I get to see them. But that's not a Gen Z thing. They're just using the more up-to-date technology to be rude asses.
Yeah, I've noticed it with Bluetooths in cars. I have a neighbor who likes to leave her Bluetooth going in her car, and it's loud as hell. And I'll be in the house, and I'll hear her phone conversations in her car. Like, she just sits in there, listens to her phone conversations for some reason, and just chit-chats for like an hour, and it's loud as hell. Like, it is very rude. I just don't have the courage to go say anything to her.
I've seen like people live streaming at like restaurants and stuff, and it's a little odd to me. I mean, I know that's what they're doing or what their goal is, but yeah, when it's around a bunch of people who are trying to have conversations and stuff, I think it could be a little bit distracting. And I've definitely seen a lot of people say something.
Oh yeah,
yeah. The broad in the car, like, is she just oblivious? Like, does she think, well, I'm in my car? Does she not realize how loud it is?
It could be an ignorance thing, but she keeps her windows down too.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Okay, because like that restaurant example, that's insane. Come on, what are there, 30 of us in a room, and you're live streaming? Are they live streaming or they're FaceTiming or either?
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of people live streaming. I mean, they're obviously creating content. They're talking about maybe something in a restaurant. They're talking about their relationships or something, but they're doing it in a public place.
Oh, I did that yesterday for Kyle's Corner. And yeah, some people weren't happy. They're like, are you recording? I'm like, yeah. They're like, they don't want to be in it. And I'm like, get the hell out of the picture frame then. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, I could see that place being really, really cautious. They're like, what? You trying to put me on the internet?
Yep.
Because Kyle's Corner, which is today at 1, so you recorded it in the bar that you work in.
Yeah, I just set it in the corner I sat in. So it was my other Kyle's Corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, there might be some people like, whoa, whoa, I'm supposed to be at work, or I go back to work.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I thought that was kind of fun
Yeah.
too. And of course, I took everybody out that didn't want to be in the shoot, but there were a handful of them.
Yeah.
Nope.
And unfortunately, there's too many that won't take you out. But either way, I mean, and look, I'm not saying it's okay, but that's a bar. That is different. You're out to dinner, and no matter how fancy it is or whatever, but really, yeah, you have to be live streaming and loudly talk. It is just rude and oblivious. So that one I get, but it's not new to Gen Z. People used to do it with their stupid speakerphones and would drive everybody nuts, and you just expect it now. And they talk about the most inappropriate things. So not like content necessarily. Where the hell was I recently? Some guy, he's FaceTiming his woman, I suppose, and they're talking about how their kid's health, and everybody in the room can hear this guy. It's like a waiting room for the doctor or something. And then they start getting in an argument over who's going to take the kid to the doctor and how much it's going to cost. I'm like, step outside.
Yeah.
It's right there. And he's just sitting there just
Oblivious to the world.
yeah. And if you're like, well, I don't care if you hear about my personal stuff. No, I care. I don't want to hear it. I'm on my phone trying to do show prep and read and stuff, and I don't want to hear about you and your girl having herpes or whatever the problem is. I mean, yeah, plus I'm sitting away from you now.
America's RADcast, only on the radnetwork.com.
One of my guilty little pleasures broadcasting from my home studio is during commercial breaks, and this will be going away, and I think I'm going to miss it, is I get to hear what's going on at the Midtown flagship studio in my ears in the background when Jeff and Kyle and support staff are all talking, and I'll pick up little tidbits. I don't know what this means, but I heard that, Jeff, you like bags on hooks. What does that mean? What is that?
I want to, you go in like Home Depot, you have like all these furniture fixtures that can I want backpacks to be put on hooks that are hanging on the wall. I don't like them on the ground. I think they look sloppy.
Okay. So you guys show up in like work bags and backpacks, and you don't like that they're just flopping on the floor.
We trip over them, or like it's just not. I mean, it looks nicer if they're just hung up, and I mean, it's like $5.
I did stub my toe on my suitcase, but I can't even hang mine up on a hook. It's too heavy and bulky.
Kyle has stepped on an enormous amount of things. It's pretty impressive.
Last spring, the hot trend, and this is not like runway trends. This is like what people were wearing. Were low-cut jeans, which is a little bit of the crack showing. And according to Vogue, it's ready to go mainstream as 2026 is now officially the year of the crack as we enter into spring and summer, and more bodies are going to be shown. Backside cleavage is all the rage this year. Unfortunately, it's for both men and women.
Oh, so plumber's crack.
No, but nobody wants that.
No, nobody does. Especially if
men are. What's the old Seinfeld thing? Men's bodies are utilitarian. They're not gorgeous. Nobody wants to see a dude's ass crack. Check, yeah. Which of course is always the problem, is that you get the women that don't have attractive asses showing off too much of their crack. But see, everything comes back. This was the big thing. This was the big thing back in the 90s again. Although they weren't showing crack, it was just you got to see that they were wearing a thong or a G-string. So now it's like the low-cut jeans where you're just showing off your ass crack because you're not wearing underwear, I guess.
Yep. No, I've seen the trend a little bit, and sometimes it looks hot. Sometimes, but then again, like if it's a hot girl and you see like a little bit of skin showing, it's attractive no matter what.
Right. Right. Like, wow,
that's a
nice elbow.
Yeah.
Speaking of fashion stuff, so my mom, my 88-year-old mother, she's for a couple weeks, and I'm just seeing yellow everywhere. What is with yellow? I'm like, I don't know. I don't pay attention. But sure enough, yellow, particularly butter yellow, is the major color trend of 2026.
What is this, the 70s?
Appearing in fashion and interior design.
Are we going to get those yellow ovens and refrigerators again?
Right? Are we going back to that?
The MacBooks?
And plus, I have like one yellowish shirt. Yellow is not my color,
mine
so
either.
I guess I'm just not going to be trendy.
Yeah, I don't like yellow or orange. Ugh.
Yeah, orange is another tough one, and I think that's another one. I have like one or two golf shirts that are orangey. So yellow is the dominant trend in fashion and home accents, but the top level industry pick for the color of the year, it's not that different. It's a soft, calming white. So anything in that yellow or soft, calming white thing,
Vanilla. French vanilla.
keeping up. People really pay attention to this crap?
I
mean,
guess your
people-
mom does. I thought, when you first started talking about it, I was like, oh, your mom's not doing the crack fashion thing, is she?
Oh,
I don't know if that's appropriate for somebody in their 80s.
well, but my mom's she was just noticing it. She didn't then go out and buy a bunch of yellow.
Okay.
I like if I read this story, there are a bunch of people. Oh God, I got to go buy my bikini, and it's gonna be yellow now because that's the color of the year. No,
Interesting. We painted our trim around here like a yellow gold, right? What do we do?
Yeah, it's yellow.
I'm colorblind, so
It looks like the Lakers. Looks like the Lakers locker room in this place.
yeah. Don't say that. Been trying to avoid
fortunately, we can't really see the yellow on your guys' because it's more purpley, so it's more
Yeah.
Kings like.
Yeah, so we
But-
have
but
purple, and then if the camera gets tilted just a little bit, there's wood trim around the walls in the studio, and they're painted yellow. So when you walk in, you're like, all right, it's Lakers territory here. Yeah, see, he's got the card.
I don't know if you can see.
it is.
This is the
That's where-
swatch that we got.
Yeah,
that's
I
our
don't know.
trim
It looks
color.
like so. Okay, now see, depending on where the lighting is, it went from
I know.
marigold to like bright yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
But
position
you guys,
it right.
you just.
But-
Why did you choose that? You didn't choose it because it's the color of the year. You just chose it because.
Yeah,
What?
no, I mean, I had a certain vision that I was trying to accomplish, but yet I'm colorblind, so I go to Home Depot and I'm like that one, and then everyone tells me if I'm right or wrong. Like if like that matches
Well,
or
we
something
wanted
like
it
that.
to match the new RAD Cat, the America's RAD Cast logo. So if you're watching us, obviously you got the logo right there by Rob's head. We wanted it to be very similar to the color scheme of that logo.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
not
the
sure.
damn logo has like 8 different colors in it. I mean, there's red, there's orange, there's like that
Yeah.
turquoise blue. There's a version of purple in there.
Yeah, no, we had the purple, and then we needed something to stand out. We wanted it to be like more like animated or a little bit more fun, so we definitely went with a big contrast color. But it looks really good. I like it. We'll have to adjust our cameras a little bit maybe after the next break so we can show it off a little bit.
As much as I don't like the Lakers, they are winners. So, at least they're winner colors.
Not this year.
Not this.
Oh,
year.
yeah. Just history
They're done.
shows they are traditionally winners.
They're done winning anything this year, which we'll talk about on the Rob and Steve Sports Show at 11 a.m. this morning. One more thing. So the joke, right, has been for years. If you have kids, even though I know adults are into them, the pain of stepping on Legos. 'Cause
Ugh.
they leave them lying around, and then you step on it, and it became a thing.
Oh.
So now, that is leading to a fashion trend. They did this once already. They released them in February. They sold out right away, and now they're back. Block-shaped Lego brick clogs.
What?
They partnered. They partnered with Crocs,
No.
but they look like clogs because they look like your feet are inside comically large Lego bricks. So and they say they're not practical. It's to make a statement. It's a look. I'm stepping on a Lego because your foot is actually like in a Lego.
Okay.
Get it?
I guess if you're a kid, this is cool, but God, I don't want to see any adults wearing this. No.
And they sold out across the spectrum when they did in
course they did.
February. So they're bringing them back. So now I picture this grown woman at a pool in Vegas. She's got her yellow bikini on because it has to be yellow, and she's clopping around in these Lego Crocs, which look like they're big brick clogs that she shouldn't even be in. And now you're in fashion.
No, thank you. Fashion sucks right
No.
now.
No.
No, it's the dumb. I hate Crocs too. I don't like big bulky things like that. The way you just described it, I just
See, Crocs, they were huge, and then they went away, and then they've super duper come back, and I don't like them either. And whenever I say that to somebody, regardless of age, they all say the same thing. They're so comfortable. Fine, I still don't like the way they look, and I'm not gonna wear them. And great, if you're on like a lot of nurses wear them. Okay, I get it. You're running around and you're doing all sorts of stuff, and you want to be comfortable. That's okay. I still think you look like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't want
unless
the-
you're about.
yeah.
put a needle in my arm, then I think you look great. But I mean, you just
No, I don't take them seriously. If I have somebody in the medical field and they wear Crocs, like I'm like, what are you doing? Like you don't look professional. I hope your education backs it up.
I have a pair. I mean, but I just wear them at the house. Like I exchanged them for my flip flops, which used to be like across the board, like what I wore at home, like 24/7. And now I do Crocs, but I don't ever wear them in public.
There you go. So you don't wear them in public.
Definitely not. Yeah, if I do, like if I go down the street, I'm like embarrassed a little bit, but I do it really quick.
yeah. We all have versions of that, right? Like I have a 30-year. What was that stupid movie that Kyle? You'll remember if I give you enough hints. The guys from South Park.
Basketball.
Basketball. So whenever that came out, we did a premiere for it at whatever radio station I was at, and it's like a 3/4 length sleeve shirt. It is old. It has got holes in it. It's got bleach marks on it. But it's so comfortable for some reason. I mean, it's falling apart. It looks like the moths have gotten it. I would never wear that outside. My wife got me UGG slippers.
Mm-hmm.
They're super furry and soft. I wear them around the house. I'm not going outside in them. That's different than, hey, look at me. I look like I'm stepping on a Lego. But at least they're yellow, so I'm in fashion.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Top of the hour, about 35 minutes from now, 10 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We post a new soapbox at theradnetwork.com. The Rob and Steve Sports Show, 11 to 1. And then on a Wednesday, every Wednesday, like today, Kyle's Corner posts at 1 p.m. And somehow Kyle always finds a way to work food into Kyle's Corner, even though he has the food factor, which we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which all of that can bring us to an episode of Food News.
Yes. Wait for this.
Food News is news about food. Kyle on Kyle's Corner today at 1. You're talking to your buddy Rob, great name.
Yeah.
And it does kind of all, for the most part, circulate around food eventually.
It does. I even eat food in the episode as well. I ate a bar pub pretzel and chicken Caesar salad on there as well. It was dinner time. I was hungry.
Mm-hmm. And you get a preview of a future Kyle's Corner with some boar balls.
Yep, boar ball sausage. Yes, sir. I'm excited to try it.
Yesterday during the food news, when we were doing the Masters dinner, Rory McIlroy and his big dinner last night for everybody that's won the Masters golf tournament, his dessert had something to do with toffee. And you'll remember, Kyle, because you brought up that whatever the toffee thing was, you said you get your favorite from Trader Joe's. What was that?
That is correct, yes. It's their English toffee from Trader Joe's covered in almonds and chocolate. It comes in a little plastic tub.
So it's not sticky toffee.
No, it's like a candy bar almost. You pull it out, there's a bunch of them laid on top of each other. It's a plastic square box. You open the lid, and then they're just all stacked on there. So when they're cold, they're not messy at all, unless like some of the almonds flake off. But yeah, they're just normal big. They look like chocolate until you bite into them, and then the toffee is in there.
Okay. I was trying, when I saw this story yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, why are we talking about toffee? And what was the connection? Because gone viral, it started a couple months ago in England, and now it's a worldwide thing. People are talking about sticky toffee pudding pizza.
Oh, sticky toffee. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot going on there.
So it starts with a layer of caramel sauce, which is used as the pizza dough base. It's popped into the high heat oven until the edges of the dough are charred and the caramel is bubbling. Then when it comes out, the pizza is loaded with soft chunks of honey cake.
Oh.
And then they drizzle it with even more caramel and a final dash of cream. So it's like spongy cake against the crispy, chewy pizza crust. This place in London, I think it is, called Circus Pizza, is known for these wild inventions. But every now and then one catches on like this, and now people are trying to make it at home, and it's going viral. And so that's the toffee connection there. What exactly is toffee, anyways?
Toffee, it's so it's basically it's sugar caramelized into a hard version of it, and it's crunchy. I think it's crunchy caramel. I really couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Is it
I just
nougat?
know
Nougat?
No, nougat's different. Nougat's soft, but it's like a hard It's a hard caramel. Is what I think it is. That's the best description in my opinion.
It almost sounds like caramel brittle.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. I don't know what they add in it. I don't know if it's extra butter, or vanilla, or what makes it quote toffee. But all I know is it's damn delicious.
Toffee is like candy made by caramelizing sugar with butter, mixing and heated to 300 degrees. So it's
it's hard caramel.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to the Masters. So the Masters golf tournament actually starts tomorrow. Today's they lead up to it. It's a week-long event down in Augusta, Georgia. But like the Kentucky Derby and their mint juleps and their stupid hats, there's always some other things not related necessarily to the event at the Masters, and it's always been the food. And at the Masters, if you're lucky enough to ever get tickets, the two big things that everybody you got to have a pimento cheese sandwich or the egg salad that's sold at the concession stands all over the grounds, and then Georgia peach ice cream. And they've been around forever. And one of the big things about the concessions at the Masters is they've always been ridiculously reasonably priced. We live in this time, right, where it's like $48 for a beer at a baseball game.
Dude, yeah,
the
that's
Masters,
rough.
They've always held solid. In fact, the pimento cheese sandwich and the egg salad has not increased in price in 24 years.
Whoa!
They raised it in 2002. It's never gone up.
That's impressive. Good for them.
And it's a normal sandwich. It's not like a finger sandwich. It's just a normal, very simple sandwich on white bread. The egg salad and the pimento cheese, $1.50.
Whoa! Yeah, that's cheap. That's hella cheap.
Yeah, no.
And I don't know. I don't even know how. I heard yesterday there was the last minute waiting list, which only helps you if you live in Georgia, to get into the Masters. Usually it's like the year before, like this weekend during the Masters, they'll be telling you how to get tickets for next year's Masters. I don't know what it costs to get in to the Masters, but at least you're not getting gouged for the food. They have a club sandwich for $3, a pork barbecue for $3.
Nice.
They have chicken salad on honey wheat,
okay,
$3.
Damn.
Ham and cheese on rye, $3, and Georgia peach ice cream sandwiches are just $3.
Damn.
You get soft drinks, iced tea, bottled water, $2, and then they really gouge you with the beer or the wine, $6.
That's not even. Oh my god, I would kill to
Right?
have a $6 beer or wine at any event I went to. Oh my lord.
And it's real beer.
Yeah. Shoot, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I
they're like-
work in a bar and our cheapest beer is $5. Damn.
The drink, or their version of the mint julep, if you will, at the Masters, has nothing to do with mint, but like their drink is called the azalea. Azaleas grow all over the Masters, the Augusta National Club. It's the official flower. There's one of the holes is even called azalea, and so it's the azalea drink. But beyond that, it has nothing to do with azaleas. And so now they always, every year, I don't know how long they've done this, they tell you the recipe if you want to make an azalea drink at home. Kyle, you're the bartender. Tell me what you think of this.
All right.
Very simple. Recipe for the official Masters azalea drink is, this is how they serve it. I'm sure a lot of people at home will just double all the ingredients or something, but they go with 1 1/4 ounces of vodka.
Okay.
Which that's not even a standard shot, right? A standard is what, 1.5 or 2 ounces?
It's 1.
Okay. It's 1 ounce?
Yeah, it's a standard shot. Like if you put it in a little beaker, it's 1 ounce. Yeah. You can do 1.5.
okay.
That has the option for it, but it's a little on the heavier pour.
So they're doing it right in the middle, 1 1/4 ounces. 5 ounces of lemonade, and then 1/2 ounce of grenadine. Shake it up, and there's
That's
your
it?
azalea.
It's a vodka lemonade with a little bit of sweetener. Okay.
Right?
Grenadine?
Well,
yeah,
that-
a little
but
pomegranate
doesn't
cherry
it-
flavor.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to add a little something. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds refreshing.
It does, yeah. It doesn't sound bad at all. Yeah. Sounds.
Did we get a price on that? I was wondering what the price was. Did we say?
No, you think they would have done
It probably depends on the vodka you get.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if is it $6 or is it like $20 or $30?
Well,
like
it's probably
a
6, and
Golden
then it's probably $10 if you want anything nicer.
Yeah, right. That'd be good. $10, pretty nice.
It's a whole article about the food at the Masters and how reasonable the prices are. And in the article, they don't tell us what the goddamn azalea costs. So I'll have to look it up.
Azalea, man, that's a long name for a simple ass drink.
They make up their own stuff too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that category with the DMV the IRS. They all have their own rules. Same thing with Augusta
I want to
National Golf
spiffy
Club.
it up more. You could probably make it better with the kamikaze. Add a little sweet and sour to it, some fresh lemon juice in there, and then shake it up really good and pour it in a martini glass, and then add a cherry on top. Boom.
I'm not sure if the Masters still do this, but aren't they like also known as like they don't do like very many commercial breaks and stuff like that too?
Right.
I feel like it's like almost continuous and stuff. I've always really liked that about that tournament.
They do. They have limited commercial breaks, and it's always paid for by one or two sponsors who get a special announcement. And so on the very, and it is rare. I mean, they don't take a lot of breaks, and when they do, it's the same like two companies. It's like IBM and whoever, and they make their. And by the way, the Azalea drink at the Masters this year, as I described, they don't tell me what kind of vodka they're using. Is $6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, okay, so it's well.
Never know.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
No, they might get a sponsor and they probably get a deal on it. Who knows?
I mean, it is the Masters. I'm sure if they wanted to get a partner, they could.
Yeah.
Now we're still doing food news, even though it's not going to sound like it. It's going to sound like, Rob, you're not doing entertainment news. No, you're right. I'm not. We've been talking about the 4-episode revival of Malcolm in the Middle, called Life Still Unfair. Malcolm is back, played by Frankie Munoz, who played him in the original. And he in these 4 episodes, he's going through seeing his carefully curated life slip away from him because he's hidden from his dysfunctional family. His dad, Bryan Cranston's back. His mom, Jane Kaczmarek, is back, and his 5 siblings. But all this, he's got this perfect life, and it's imploding because it's his 40th birthday party, and everybody shows up, and chaos ensues. That's the plot of the Malcolm in the Middle reboot, which premieres this Friday on Hulu.
Yes.
Now, the food tie-in is, of course, God forbid anything happens that Krispy Kreme does not somehow get
Are
involved
you
with.
serious? They're
I
jumping
am
on Malcolm
serious.
in the Middle, huh? They went
It's
from
becoming-
the space launch to Malcolm in the Middle.
Right. Don't forget the Easter. They always do all the holidays.
Yeah.
You know they're going to have a tax day donut. It's like every single thing. But this is a new step to where they're partnering with Hulu and it's so dumb. This is the crispy. They announced this yesterday. Their Malcolm in the Middle mix. It's a pack of 10 original glazed donuts, which surround 10 original donut dots and 10 sprinkled donut dots, which are, of course, in the middle.
Okay.
Eh?
Yeah, I get it.
It's a specialty mix, and it comes with a specially wrapped box inspired by the show, so it's a cross promotion.
All right. Well, that's kind of cool. I might just stop by Krispy Kreme and check it out.
We'll run this weekend.
Get myself some donuts and watch Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah,
The
so
reboot.
multiple people. Well, I know multiple people that went to Jack in the Box the other day to get their. Or no, sorry, what was it? Wendy's. Sorry, Wendy's to get their free.
Oh, the free
donuts.
Frosty?
Yeah, multiple people.
That was
said they went
yesterday.
there. Yeah, right. Yeah, so I know.
Yeah, because they had partnered with the NCAA, and if there was a dunk in the championship game, which of course there was, it's basketball. You could just get a free softy. It's small, right? Frosty and fries.
Damn, why did I do that? I was out on the road quite a bit yesterday. I needed to stop somewhere. I was hungry.
I mean,
man.
we talked about it on the show, and then when I got home,
Yeah.
I saw a Wendy's bag at my house. So I was like, oh, someone's listening.
Right on.
Thank God. Hidden Valley Ranch has 3 new products, starting with. These are first of all, the first 2 are in the bottle on the store shelves. Hidden Valley Ranch with avocado oil. They swap out the vegetable oil in most of their recipes with avocado oil, so it has the same ranch flavor as you know and love, just with avocado oil instead of canola and soy oil.
Okay, as long as it still tastes the same and it's delicious on pizza, I'm all for it.
You know, I love Hidden Valley Ranch, but I don't love their bottled stuff. I love their packets and
Yes.
mixes, and then I make it at home myself.
The
There's just
packets
something-
are supreme. Yep, I just
They
keep
are.
the Hidden Valley in my fridge for convenience. If I can make it fresh all the time, I
Yeah.
would.
You gotta have like what is like buttermilk or something like that. You gotta have like buttermilk on ham
And mayonnaise? How do you make it, Rob? Do you do mayonnaise and
Oh.
buttermilk?
No, the way I do it is I do mayonnaise and then I do half and half.
Oh yeah,
Their
Oh,
recipe says-
even better.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
that's a
say-
good idea.
They say mayo and milk, but I like half and half because it's thicker.
I do that with the mac and
It's a
cheese sometimes. If I have half and half, I'll say screw the milk and put the half and half in there. Oh, it's a game changer.
And and I also make it to where I use half of the powder for of the ranch dressing. Half of it's their regular ranch, and half of it is their spicy ranch. So
Whoa!
because a little. My mom
Yeah.
loves it. She can't eat ranch anywhere.
Yeah,
now.
the spicy
I love
ranch
it.
is really good. I love that one
It is.
too. You blew my mind there. Jesus, I want to come to your house and eat your ranch. Holy crap!
Can't eat ranch anymore. I mean, I'm like Jeff. I always have the bottle on hand because you never know. Oh, I didn't make ranch. I live in America in 2026, so I have to have it now. So I'll just use it. But otherwise, I prefer to make it at home. Their other one that's bottled is what are they calling it? Are they calling it? Yeah, they're calling it Yum Yum. Now there's Yum Yum sauce, which is a creamy texture with slightly tangy tomatoey flavor, and Hidden Valley Ranch is combining that with their rich, creamy buttermilk ranch, which they say is great for everything. You know, rice bowls, grilled. What are they going to say? Of course.
I don't know. I think it'd be good on fries. I haven't had Yum Yum sauce. I'm picturing it. I think I know what it tastes like, but I can't say I've even had it. So I could be sadly disappointed in it, to be honest.
I'm a little spoiled because I have some clients of mine who make some restaurants that make a great ranch. So I'm very notorious for just stopping by and just picking up like a big.
Have you had Yum Yum sauce though? Do you know what that is?
I know what it is, but I don't know if I've had it, but I know what it is.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's creamy texture with a slightly tangy tomatoey flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Is it yellow? Do you have a picture
It's
of it?
orangey.
It's orangey.
Yeah, it's orangey in the bottle. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
an orange, maybe a tangerine color. would be more
Gotcha.
appropriate.
All right, man. All right, I'm gonna have to put that on my list. Yum Yum sauce.
But see, Jeff, you're so right. This is the problem. Like with my homemade ranch, I can't eat it anywhere. I can't. We go out to a restaurant. I don't want their ranch. Once you find great ranch, whether you're making it or you have a restaurant that makes it, it's like it's so good.
So hard to beat. Now
The
I
other,
want chicken wings.
The other Hidden Valley Ranch new product is one of their seasoning packets. This time they take their basic zesty blend of herbs and buttermilk and they add in Parmesan cheese flavor.
Ah, no. Yeah.
See, I love Parmesan, but I was kind of like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I could see it working. I understand where they're going with it, just not for me. Nope.
My Kyle brain starts going about what am I going to do with that? Could I use that to make the sauce that could become a creamy sauce for a pasta of some kind?
Oh, there you go. That's what I was thinking. I was like, make pink sauce with spaghetti.
Yeah. I'll buy a packet and try it, but it doesn't excite me.
No. The other one though, the Yum Yum sauce.
So it's a Japanese sauce.
thinking about it. It is. It's
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yum Yum
Oh.
is.
Yeah.
Yum Yum is?
Yeah, that's what it says here. Yeah,
Huh.
I was looking at. I'm going to show off my new scene. Hold on one second. So we got.
Oh,
This
there
is
we
a
go.
picture of it, and it says Japanese. I mean, I don't know if it's mayonnaise
It
or
almost
something
looks like a
that.
sriracha mayo.
Yeah, kind of like
Okay,
that.
like a lighter version.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I wanted to show off
Very
my new.
impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Very impressive reveal of your new little thing to show graphics
Yeah, I
on
know.
YouTube.
State of the art. You know, it's just we're pushing the boundaries all the time.
We're getting there, kids. We really are. Oscar Mayer, right? Best known for hot dogs and bologna. They do make bacon. And for the first time in 5 years, they're releasing an all-new take on bacon, the new Maple Bourbon Bacon.
Oh,
Which is cured with Evan Williams bourbon and finished with Oscar Mayer's 12-hour slow smoke. They claim that each bite packs sweet and smoky flavor with subtle notes of vanilla and caramel, which comes from the bourbon.
Oh, goddamn.
And then, of course, they go through all the things you can use it on. Like, we can't figure out what to use it on. Bloody Mary sandwiches, eat it. Like bacon. The thing with bacon, it really is specific to who's making it and how they're doing it. You can't just get Applewood smoked bacon. There are certain companies or whatever that do it a lot better than others. And so
what's the
have to see.
thickness on this Oscar Mayer? Does it let you know the thickness of it? Because I can't stand like a good maple Applewood smoked bacon that's thin. It's just, it doesn't land well. It needs to have a nice depth to it, and it needs to have a good chunk of bacon in your mouth for you to fully enjoy it.
Yeah, all bacon for me has to be thick cut. I do know that because of the image that they give me here, that Jeff doesn't have up and ready to go, that they do make a thick cut bacon of the
Excellent.
Maple Bourbon Oscar Mayer.
Thank
So yes, you
God.
can get it in thick cut. It's supposed to be in stores right now. Not all stores. Don't yell at me if you head out and it's not there. I'm just telling you what they tell
I'm
me.
not going to yell
That's
at
it.
you.
I'm
Don't
not.
worry.
I'm
It's
not part
fine.
of
I'll
that.
just text you, and then you can
Not
decide if I
you.
yell at you. Oh, okay.
Not you. I know you. I mean, everybody. You know, it's like when we talk about gas prices. And everybody, oh, I'm paying a lot more than that. Shut up. I don't care.
Got it.
I mean, thanks for listening.
Sorry, I'm not the center of attention.
Kyle's like,
and in addition,
you can yell at me if you want to, if you really want to.
Yeah.
In addition to the new bacon, Oscar Mayer is also launching 2 new hot dogs, just in time for grilling season. I don't understand the need for the first one. I guess they're just combining. So you got so beef hot dogs, pork hot dogs. It's beef and pork franks. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Little dirty
Whatever.
dog. Yeah.
Hot dog. And then cheesy smokehouse stuffed hot dogs. So
House
smoky
stuff.
cheese inside of a hot dog?
Yeah, they've been doing it like they got the cheddar bratwurst. Oscar Mayer, I think, had a cheddar wiener before. This one's just smoked.
It's that's all it says. It says
Smoked
it's
and
a
stuffed?
smoky, cheesy smokehouse stuffed hot dog.
Yeah, you get one of those, grill it up right, add a little nacho cheese and some jalapenos to that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Good.
Once again, we are uncensored. We don't necessarily want to throw it in your face, but occasionally, when Kyle gets excited about food, it's going to happen.
Yeah, that was hard to keep that one back. That one slipped.
Buffalo Wild Wings is bringing back its boneless appetizer deal for a limited time. This is the one where they actually put safeguards on it, unlike, what was it? Was it Red Lobster that don't run out of business because of their all-you-can-eat shrimp? Because, oh, yeah, just sit here all night, fatso. For the Buffalo Wild Wings, what they do is they allow appetizers lovers to indulge in endless rounds of snacks, kind of, sort of. $9.99, and you're served 2 items per order. So you can keep ordering, but it's every time you order, you only get 2 items. And it's shareable for up to 4 people, but each guest costs an extra $2.99. So if the 3 of us went out, it's $9.99 plus an extra $2.99 for the other 2 guys.
Got it.
And then each time we get 2. And you have to order from a variety of unlimited appetizers, which include mozzarella sticks,
They're delicious.
fried pickles,
Not bad.
hatch queso,
Yeah, that was really the hot chili queso.
chips and salsa,
Basic.
and large onion rings. That's the basic menu.
Yeah.
However, you can upgrade for $3 to other options, including cheese curds or chips and guacamole.
So the cheese.
chips and salsa are included, but you want guacamole
So
too.
I used to work at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and just heads up, little squirrel secret amongst the employees, cheese curds dipped in caramel is the way to go. They have a caramel sauce back there for their ice cream. They have it. You ask. They'll bring it out and dunk that in cheese, and it's delicious. It almost tastes like pigs in a blanket. Like, you ever get the little battered hot dogs for breakfast with pancake on the outside?
Say battered
It's
hot
like-
dogs for breakfast?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
yeah.
No, I haven't done that.
Oh my God. It's very similar.
No.
It has an element of breakfast to it. It's so good.
Silly me, I'm doing things like toast and eggs. I wasn't thinking battered hot dogs.
I try to avoid Buffalo Wild Wings just because it's like my nemesis. Like, they have all the sports you can watch, which is what I love. All the cheap beer, and then cheap food, and it's good food too. It makes you feel horrible afterwards.
Yes,
but,
it does.
But it's like
In the-
it's so hard to avoid.
In the moment, it is fantastic.
So
Exactly.
for guys that are built like us, built like that, it is like Vegas without being in Vegas, where you just lose. You're like, it's 9 o'clock. How did that happen? We got here at 2. It's just like, oh. By the way, the Buffalo Wild Wings bottomless appetizers runs through June 10th. It started yesterday.
Cool.
Then we go to their arch nemesis, Wingstop.
Oh, yeah.
I love Wingstop.
Dude, I haven't been to one in a long time. I know their fries are good. They have the thick cut potato fries. Those are delicious.
They're getting into this beverage thing. Everybody's getting into this beverage thing. They're releasing a brand new exclusive beverage only where Wingstops have their Coca-Cola dispensers. So you have to go to a Wingstop, or I guess maybe if you know you're ordering from a Wingstop that has one of these, but they have to have the dispenser. It's called Sprite Loco Lime.
Ooh.
It combines Sprite, Fanta Lime, and Minute Maid Limeade for what they describe as a crisp, refreshing sip that screams summer.
Yeah, that sounds good. When I make dirty sodas at work, sometimes I'll do that. I'll take Sprite and lemonade and then a fresh squeeze of lime in there. Yeah, it's good. Oh, that's right up my alley. Thank you. That sounds delicious.
The tie-in is that Wingstop's new flavor is citrus mojo flavor, which features zingy citrus. That's their word, not mine. I don't think I've ever said the word zingy in my life until today. Zingy citrus, garlic, and herbs, which is available on their wings, their tenders, and their chicken sandwiches. So the Sprite Loco Lime is only available at Wingstops that have a Coca-Cola freestyle machine, but those wings are available at all Wingstops.
Lovely.
We have one more beverage soda thing coming out that we got to talk about, because Dr. Pepper is going insane.
Oh.
Kyle had the Dr. Pepper Johnsonville sausages.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about their other ones.
They have
They've got
blackberry,
another
the
one.
strawberry and cream. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've got that, right? So we'll talk about one more, and if we can, another one of these viral food things that everybody says is new that of course, is not new. We'll do that after this.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Got this email to Radcast at the radnetwork.com. We were talking about toffee, and so Rory McIlroy last night, the Masters dinner, was serving it, but then now they're doing some sweet, gooey, soft toffee pizza in Great Britain that's gone viral, and I was like, what exactly is toffee? And Kyle, you basically described it as like hard caramel, and I said, well, is it caramel brittle?
Yeah.
Kevin wrote in and said, it sounds like you're describing almond roca.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, almond roca is very similar to toffee. Yeah. Yeah, and the
Without
stuff
the
from
nuts.
Trader Joe's is kind of similar to that, actually. It's just a bigger square, and it's not round. Doesn't look like something you got out of a cat box.
Right. It's not, and it's not rolled in the nuts, right?
No, it is. It is rolled in nuts.
Oh, it is?
It is. Yeah.
Oh.
You would probably like that because you are a fan of almond roca, aren't you?
I do like me some almond roca.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you a
All
box
right.
of almond toffee from Trader Joe's. See how you like it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, he's not opposed.
A couple other of food news items. So we talked about the Wingstop is teaming with Sprite for this Sprite Fanta lime something or other.
Sounded
citrusy
good.
thing.
God, that sounded
Now,
really
okay.
good.
So snack packs with like the single serving pudding cups and wannabe Jello cups. Right?
Yes.
They come in 4 packs with the cardboard, and then you open it, you peel it back.
The
Okay.
butterscotch one is delicious. Oh, I haven't had that in a while. Ooh,
If you like butterscotch.
Yeah. Oh, and the tapioca. Ooh.
Are you 80? Butterscotch
I know, right?
and tapioca.
They're 2 different flavors. They have the tapioca ones, which are good, and then they got the butterscotch ones, and of course they got the classic, just regular chocolate. But that's basic, bitch.
There we go. And you know what else they have? Well, I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it's this company, but the combination chocolate and vanilla.
Oh, do they really? Oh, a little tuxedo pudding. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right.
Now they are teaming up with Dr. Pepper
Oh,
to transform Dr. Pepper into a snack pack Dr. Pepper flavored juicy gel. Yes.
gel.
Yes.
So it's not gonna be a pudding texture. It's gonna be a Jello texture.
That's what they're saying.
Oh,
They're calling it a gel.
Is it?
Yeah, because Dr. Pepper pudding, I wouldn't. I don't think I would like that.
It'd be prune pudding.
And it looks like a gel. It does.
Okay.
And they're calling it that, and it comes in a 4-pack for $2.49, and it is supposed to be showing up in our stores as we speak.
Okay. Now, do you know if it is a sparkling Jello with Dr. Pepper? Because I don't know if you've ever made this before. I've had it before, but you can make Jello with carbonated water, and it has a little sparkle to it, and it's very pleasant. And it would need to have that with the Dr. Pepper because it needs to be carbonated.
It definitely looks like a more Jello. Yeah.
Because I don't want
But
flat Jello from Dr. Pepper.
But I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, but see, I don't think it's going to be carbonated in this.
Doesn't look
Bitch.
like
It doesn't say
it.
in
It
there.
says juicy gels.
Juicy gels.
So it looks like
That
a
sounds like
Jello.
the Jello thing to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like too.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm going to try it. You know I am. If I find it, I'm eating it.
We like the Dr. Pepper peeps. So
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
But they did have the little sugar granulates on there, and it gave a little bit of the sparkliness in the mouth. That's what I'm calling the sparkliness, the carbonation. It worked. It worked. That's all I'm saying.
Peeps are so gross.
Just I don't like flat soda at all. I think it's disgusting. I can't stand it. I don't like warm soda. I don't like flat soda, and I don't want stuff being flavored like soda and it not being a little bit, especially Jello, not having a sparkle to it or a carbonation factor.
all right. Settle down till you
Okay.
try it. All right. And
Getting
then,
worked up over
like we've
nothing.
talked about, everything goes viral and everything thinks, oh, look, this is something new. No, it's not. This is not new at all. This is like a century old, but it's gone viral. And in fact, if you're from the South, if you ever visited the South, you're like, we still do that. Dumping peanuts into your bottle of Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, haven't tried it yet.
It's nothing. It's okay. So it still tastes like Coke, and the peanuts still taste like peanuts. There's just a salty sweet thing going on because the peanuts are resting in the Coke
Gotcha.
as you drink it. The only thing is you have to drink some of the Coke out of the bottle or the can or whatever, so you can get the peanuts in there before it fizzes. Oh, and there's the fact that it's a choking hazard if you guzzle it too much.
Didn't think
forget to
about
chew the
that.
peanuts.
Okay.
Other than that, it's great. Have a great Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow.
America's RAD Cast continues next, only on the radnetwork.com.
The first time Corey walked into my home, I came around the corner, extended my right hand to shake it, and said to him, "Wow, you're big." And that would be Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong intentionally. Quick, Q-U-I-K Dumpsters.com. That's QuickDumpsters.com. Corey's yet another maggot launching his own locally owned and operated business, and boy, did I need him, and really we all do. Things pile up, you get frustrated, you keep saying, we need to make a dump run. Pretty soon it's more than a dump run, and now you need to rent a truck or have one of those ugly upside-down box cars parked in front of your house that you fill up yourself. Or, you do like I did, you call Corey at QuickDumpsters.com. In my case, my house had fallen into complete disarray as my late wife Christina had lost her 2-year battle with congestive heart failure, and amongst the many things left were gathering her things and finding what to donate, what had to just go in that pile of stuff where we were both going, why did we ever buy this? And it all could have been so overwhelming had Corey not just walked in, taken charge, and removed dozens of boxes of total junk, unusable dog kennels, desks that were falling apart, a worthless old smoker that couldn't be fixed, bag after bag of crap, and I can't remember what else. He was quick, spelled wrong, Q-U-I-K, quiet and clean. Well, he wasn't clean. I mean, he was. But I'm not commenting on his hygiene. I meant that his work was clean. He swept everything when he was done, and the house looked like he'd never even been there. Corey's the real deal, and I couldn't be more proud and happy to call him a brand new advertiser. His story's incredible, his dedication unmatched, and his motivation to succeed larger than he is, and that's saying something. Quotes are free. You don't even have to have them over to your house. Just send him some pics or videos, and you'll get your price, schedule your day and time, and watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, Dumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, Dumpsters.com.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right after America's RAD Cast, Rob decides he has more to say about the subjects that truly matter. Like how sexual role play is an instant indicator that you are destined for either the Catholic priesthood or the next Epstein Island. Or why adults who use ketchup shouldn't be allowed to vote, drive, or reproduce. And the fact that he supports instant gender reassignment surgery for any man who doesn't like sports. Ah, yes, the stuff that really matters. Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who feel superior, and they just need it explained to them why. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RAD Cast, only at the radnetwork.com.
If you've never heard of microseal, let me tell you what it isn't. It is not a really small marine mammal. Get it? A microseal? Oh, fine. Just ask AI. AI describes microseal this way, with a bunch of AI words. Microseal is a premium, eco-friendly, and biodegradable fabric protection spray that penetrates deep into fibers to provide permanent stain, soil, and sun fade resistance for rugs, furniture, and delicate fabrics. It uses nanotechno blah blah blah, and blue 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 blue. What AI is trying to say is that microseal is non-toxic, non-allergenic, safe for pets and children, and, although AI doesn't say this, it should, you need to contact a longtime maggot Joel from AdvantageSteam.com right now to get him to apply microseal for you. You can even make appointments online at AdvantageSteam.com. We've had microseal for years at Williams Manor, and it treats a lot more than carpets. Microseal protects virtually all fibrous materials, including wool, cotton, silk, suede, leather, and synthetic fabrics. It protects upholstery, carpets, rugs, draperies, and clothing, including wedding dresses. And ladies, you're going to need what? 3 or 4 of those in your lifetime. And it protects against stains, moisture, and UV degradation without changing the texture. Also, if you're an interior designer, Joel has a special program just for you, and all you have to do is say the password, which is what? What? There's no password, I guess. Never mind. Whoever you are, contact Joel at AdvantageSteam.com. And if you're an interior designer, tell him, I guess. I don't know. That's AdvantageSteam.com, where you'll learn more about microseal and everything else that Joel offers at AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com. AdvantageSteam.com.
This is America's RAD Cast. Call the show anytime at 888-587-5355 or email the show radcast@theradnetwork.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rob.
Which, of course, is always the problem, is that you get the women that don't have attractive asses showing off too much of their practice.
Kyle.
I was getting used. I've got the pretty girls be like, "Can I get a ride?" And they bat their eyes at me and be like, "Yeah, absolutely."
America's RADcast.
We will start with this email. It came into radcast@theradnetwork.com. It is from Katie.
Morning, Katie.
She was writing. We did the parent pie earlier this week. This is trending virally on social media. Your kid is having a temper tantrum, and what do you do to get him to stop? You just out of nowhere you look beyond the kid and you go, Jessica, and
where are you?
maybe you start looking for this invisible non-existent Jessica person. The idea is redirection. It takes your kid's mind and it gets them off their temper tantrum, because now they're like, well, who's Jessica? Where's Jessica?
Yeah, 'cause you
doesn't
can't
work if you know
threaten them.
somebody named Jessica. You have to pick a different name, like Angela. So people started writing in about their various versions of redirection with their kids, and that's what Katie wrote about. Said, I was listening to the parent pile, and redirection. I use a tactic to redirect the area of the brain that is firing, because different parts of our brain fire when we're in meltdown mode or whatever we're doing. She says, when my son or daughter has a big emotion, I try to activate the thinking section of the brain. For example, I will ask my kid to say the first color they see. Well, just that's going to confuse them, right? They're like, I want to play more video games. What color do you see? Like, if the kid's 5 or 7, like,
Now, are they going to relate those
green?
colors to trauma later? Like, if they're going, what color do you see? And they go, red. And every time they see red, are they going to start crying and being emotional because now it's triggering that past experience?
This goes back to what we talked about, right? We all screw up our kids, and there's trauma attached to everything, and even things that we aren't even thinking about. So yeah, does that, because when we first started this, we're like, does this make kids afraid of people named Jessica? When you told the story, Kyle, of telling some kid that there was a monster in the dryer, right?
Yeah, my nephew. Yep, traumatized him. I don't even know if he goes near dryers to this day.
Right. So she says, she first try to say the color that they see. She says, if we're in the kitchen, my son loves mangoes, and we often have fresh mangoes ripening in the counter. So I'll ask my son to feel the mangoes and tell me if they think they're ripe. They're ripe. Again, the kid's like screaming and yelling about something stupid, but now mom says, squeeze the mangoes, and she's saying, hopefully it redirects. She says, this especially works if the kid is in full meltdown, seeing red. They can't hear anything you're saying. I don't believe in timeouts. I do my best to stay calm and get them to start thinking and let them calm down. It works for my kids, so I roll with it, which is all that matters in the end, if it works for your kids. Although Kyle brings up the whole, what might it affect them? Like the timeout thing. What a joke that was. We spent a decade telling parents, don't hit your kids. That's abusive. Fine. No spanking, corporal punishment, whatever. So you put them in timeouts. So this is where you take a child and you put them in a corner usually, and they have to stand there with their back to the room for an, I don't know. Remember that? Did you ever see that old show, Kyle? Was it Super Nanny?
No, I haven't even heard. Oh, I did. Yes. They had the British nannies come in and redirect these troubled kids with these softy parents that couldn't actually parent their kids. They had no idea how to tell them no or stop it. They go, just to knock it off. Oh. Little shy, pathetic parents. Yeah, I remember that show.
And so I think there were two different versions. There was one where they had rotating nannies, and then there was the super nanny. But it was all, yes, exactly what you're describing. And I think the formula that they used was it was a minute in timeout for their age. So if they were 6, they had to time out for 6 minutes. So we did this for a decade. And then after doing this to children for a decade, out come all the psychological reports of, oh, ouch, gee, well, you didn't hit them. Okay, but you did teach them isolationism. You taught them that they're not loved. You taught them abandonment by putting them in a corner where they still hear everything that's going on around them, but they're not welcome to be part of it. So there's always something that is associated with this stuff that could or couldn't scar your child.
Well, I mean, it kind of, I like the timeout thing because it shows them what's going to happen in the real world. Like you mess up in the real world, you do bad enough, they'll send you to jail. That's isolation. That's isolation right there. So you're kind of teaching the kids, like, listen, you stand in a corner right now. You do it while you're a kid. This is what happens in real life.
The issue, though, is that's a great analogy. But the other part of that issue is, of the three that I mentioned, abandonment. Kids who grow up to be adults with abandonment issues, that's a tough one because then they feel like any adult in their life, if they haven't dealt with it, because we all have crap from our childhood we need to confront or deal with, they feel like something simple to, like maybe me, is actually me abandoning them. I'm like, I'm not abandoning you. I'm just going back to work. What is it? You can't do everything right. And so to her point, whatever works for you is ultimately what's going to do it. But just please accept you're going to screw up your kids. We're all screwed up. Even after you go to therapy, you're still screwed up. Trust me.
Yeah, you are.
Because the new stuff comes up.
Yeah. They're like, well, we'll fix this problem. Oh, what's this one? Ooh.
It's like cleaning something out at your house, right? You clean out your pantry, but as you're cleaning it out, you find a whole new mess or a whole new problem. Or you clean out one room, and then it's like, oh God, this room is worse, and it's never ending. It's yay life. Yay. So Jeff, I need your help to prep for the Rob and Steve Sports Show that we do every day at 11 a.m. on the radnetwork.com. So Jeff is the newest voice you're hearing. He's a co-owner of the RAD Network at theradnetwork.com. And so it's kind of demeaning to call him the tech guy, but of the three of us, he's the most techie. Can you explain? I've never understood these things, Jeff. Never. And I've read about them and I've tried it. Do you have the ability to explain in terms that an idiot like me can understand what a 3D printer is?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, a 3D printer is think of it as a normal printer, but it prints actual figures. We use filament, so I have a couple different 3D printers. They use filament, which is like a rubber that gets, it's not really a rubber, but it's a plastic that gets heated up. That then gets put into about 1,000 different layers to build the object that you're trying to build. So you can build anything from tools that you need, little clamps. I built little clamps around here that we needed, but I think they're awesome. I mean, I love my 3D printer.
My stepdad has one. He makes cool little, I don't know, like display toys. Like he built like a dragon skull. He did a human skull. Mm-hmm. He made a few other objects. Like they're just like decoration and display. Actually, the human skull one I think was for my mom. She used it as a dental class tool. So she brought it and was able to like look at the teeth properly. But it was printed, like you said, out of plastic essentially in their bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, for a moron like me, I'm picturing a traditional printer, like a LaserJet printer that's down here at my knees where I load paper in it. This is a different type of printer, and I'm pouring liquid plastic into it instead of paper?
No, so I mean, think of it more as a cube. It's not a printer. Think of it more as it has an interior little area that it's like a workspace that it builds into. But you're not pouring it into. It's just like, like weed eater string. You're familiar with that?
Sure.
That's what it looks like. I mean, it literally looks exactly the same. It might even be exactly the same, but it's called filament, which is a type of plastic. They also have different types of it. Some are stronger, some burn faster. Like there's a lot of different variations depending on what you're trying to build. Yeah, it's like an enclosure. Not all of them are enclosed. Mine are enclosed, but it just builds a little, mine can't get anything bigger than like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet wide. That's about the size of mine, maybe a little bigger.
So, but your experience is it does produce quality product.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've built a lot of stuff.
The reason it's a sports show question is we briefly mentioned yesterday and now today the big Green Jacket golf tournament starts, the Masters, and a big time golfer named Bryson DeChambeau announced yesterday that he's going to play, and the PGA has apparently, if they haven't already, because I don't know when he tees off this morning, they have to authorize it. But he's going to play using a 5-iron. That's a club, a stick that golfers use, that he fabricated himself with a 3D printer. So he obviously has a much bigger 3D printer than what you're talking about.
Well,
because of, I mean a 5-iron is like what, 2-3 feet in height, not 3 feet.
Right. I would think that he maybe didn't build the whole thing at once. If you want to build something bigger, and these are people a little bit more advanced than I am, or I haven't built anything like this, but they just build the parts. They'll build the handle, they'll build the club face, they'll build the I don't know if he's using what kind of thing he's using for the actual shaft of the club, but you kind of, and then you put them together, because these 3D printers can create female and male screw ends, stuff like that, or you can just glue them or something like that. You can get really creative when it comes to building little parts and then putting them all together.
I need to come down to our Midtown studios and see you use one of these. Maybe watch, because this came up years ago as a big thing with building 3D guns, and that's when I started to look into it, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this. So I think I need to see it in action to try to figure out how my visual mind might go, oh
Yeah, no, it's.
Is there any limit to what you can build?
I mean, obviously there's some limits, but I mean, if you're creative enough and you're available, I mean, like, so what I get to do now, and this wasn't around, a couple years ago before AI got kind of good at this, but I can actually describe what I'm trying to build to my AI chatbots that I build, and it puts it into a language that I can then convert into the machine that I want. And it will show you what you're building before you print it, meaning if it doesn't look right or if it doesn't, up to specs, you'll kind of see that it's not, and you'll have to kind of go back to the rebuilding phase. But I mean, if I just did it with these coasters that I'm building. I built this whole framework that I can build them in and not make a mess, and I just built it piece by piece, and it's worked out really great.
Okay, but they don't always have to be plastic, right? I mean, because a 5-iron can't be plastic.
No, so they have a lot of different filament types that vary from what you're trying to build, from something of strength. Like I have a cousin who has this training tool that needs to be really strong or it will break. So they use like an ABS type of filament, which is like what you see in pipes, like plastic pipes, not PVC, but like the black version of those pipes. That's ABS. But then you have like even more like silicone type filament, so you can make like molds and rubbers type of thing like that. So it depends on what you're making, depending on what filament you need. My dad is the one that bought me my newest 3D printer, which I'm very appreciative of. And he also bought me for my birthday or for Christmas, which is a couple days after, like just 15 different types of filament. So yeah, so I haven't got to use a lot of it yet.
Are there 3D printers out there that can use heavy metals? Like obviously it'd be kind of crazy. You have to probably melt the metal down, but is there ones that can actually print out the 5-irons nowadays?
I would say no to like a 3D printer that you have in your house. But I mean, nowadays 3D printing and the technology is really, I don't know if you've seen this, but people are building houses with 3D printers.
Yes, I have seen that.
Like they're huge machines. So obviously they're dealing with materials that are probably more metal or concrete. Or I don't know a lot about that part, but it's pretty impressive.
What are last thing on this? So like just schlubs like us, not like Bryson DeChambeau and home builders. What's a 3D printer ish cost?
Yeah, the good thing is during this Christmas break, it feels like they kind of just lowered enough to make everyone buy one. I feel like 50% of the people I knew were getting 3D printers this Christmas, but they're about, I would say, $500 could get you a pretty good one. Maybe $7 gets you a little bit more advanced one right now. I mean, if you buy them on, I bet you there's a lot available on like Marketplace or something.
You can get a good one under $1,000. All right.
Yeah, definitely, and they're good ones too.
All right. That won't. None of this will make any sense to Steve Mickelson, who's the co-host of Rob and Steve. That guy, as you know, Jeff, he makes me look like Bill Gates when it comes to the tech world. So he's gonna be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I always like when people start their statements like, I don't know anything about what you're talking about, so you have to break it down for me. That's what Steve does. He sets me up first. He's like, hey, just let you know. Yeah.
He has literally said to me, because I'll text him, when we're going back and forth about sports, and I'll text him a question. Hey, I just saw this. No, do you know the answer? No Googling. And he will text back and he will say, and he's confirmed this to me in person, I don't know how to Google, is his response. Like, he doesn't know how to get on Google and look up who has the most home runs in a World Series, who's a left-hander. Like, he would have no idea.
It sounds so beautiful in a sense too that he isn't aware. that mind must be so free in so many ways.
And I'm not sure that it isn't a part of why Steve is like one of the nicest, calmest guys anyone has ever met. It might be connected. A couple more updates. So we had these are two updates kind of into one. We were talking earlier this week that back on Groundhog Day was back in February, and PETA did their thing like they do all the time. They came out and said, "Oh, stop ripping this groundhog out of this hole. We're going to do a hologram of the groundhog and pay for everything, because that's far more important than actually dealing with abused animals, apparently." And the groundhog people said no. And then on Monday this week, we had the annual Easter egg roll at the White House. That goes back to 1878. It's a tradition where the White House and the president and the first lady host a bunch of families, and there's Easter eggs everywhere, some plastic, some real, and they go collect them. And if you're lucky, you get to sit in this year with President Trump and have him explain to 5-year-olds what an auto pen is and why Joe Biden was senile. That's a fun little clip that's going around virally. But now, animal rights activists are urging officials in the U.S. to ditch the traditional Easter eggs at their annual egg rolling festivities.
Oh, God.
This year they had 30,000 real eggs or whatever. First of all, it will spare hens from industrial farming. No, it won't. They just don't. They won't wind up at the White House.
Right.
They wind up in our stomachs. They went on to claim that chickens are inquisitive, intelligent individuals who form complex social bonds. What does that have to do with the Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, who cares? We eat their eggs. We go take them. The chickens don't even give a crap.
Are they claiming that the chickens form a bond with the eggs?
I don't think so. Not really. Because, my mom's had chickens, and everybody I know that's had chickens in my family. You just go in there and take them. The chickens make new ones pretty quick.
Yeah, I wonder, because I'm sure it's like a local farm or something that does these eggs for them. I'm sure that contract's probably the biggest contract they have. So getting rid of their eggs would probably affect them a lot.
Well, so I know this year, because I have to watch this crap. This year there were actually farmers from all over the country who contributed to the 30,000 eggs, and they made a big deal out of the farming of America, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Fine, whatever. But I'm still trying to figure out this idea that chickens are, first of all, inquisitive and intelligent.
No, they're not.
No, they really aren't. And that they form social complex bonds. But again, with their eggs, when you go in and collect their eggs, they're not they don't defend them.
No, they don't. They really don't care.
Anyways, advocates want to get rid of the eggs and instead use potatoes.
No, this isn't Ireland. We're not doing that. No. Or Idaho.
Well, and perhaps more to the point, what do potatoes have to do with Easter?
Yeah. They don't. They just look like an egg. You'd have to use those golden Yukon potatoes.
Might as well just use rocks.
Oh, there we go.
PETA proposes rebranding the annual White House Easter egg roll. In fact, they sent a letter to Melania, the First Lady, asking her to next year make it a Make America Great Easter potato roll.
No.
Complete with dyed spuds, sack races, right? Sacks, and hot potato games.
Seriously?
Saying it would serve as a practical stand-in because potatoes can still be dyed, decorated, and rolled.
This is dumb, Rob. This is dumb as hell. Seriously, we have more important issues. We're really concerned about Easter eggs. This is the crap people are writing into the First Lady.
The Idaho potato lobby. It's strong.
Jeez. Oh, my God.
Right. This isn't really PETA.
Yeah.
This is actually the Idaho people.
Yep.
And they have fake eggs. I went to the grocery store over Easter, and I saw they have these fake decorating eggs you can paint, which, fine, I get it. If you're going to use them for decoration and sit them out, you don't want your eggs spoiling. Get it. Okay, cool. But we could use those instead. We don't have to substitute it with something that's not an egg. Like
I mean,
even like they make plastic eggs that you put coins and candy in and stuff, and they can hunt those. Why can't they roll those? Tape them up.
Well, they do. The White House Easter egg roll is part real egg, part fake egg.
Okay.
So PETA should just be happy with all fake eggs. I don't know why we need the potato.
We don't. No, they're dumb.
No.
Goddamn, PETA's retarded. Can I say that word?
Say whatever you want, pal. It's just a matter of whether or not we get canceled when you say it.
They're special. Jesus.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? And again, why in the world do we need to replace the eggs with the potatoes? Just get more plastic. Oh, and the other thing we can do is we could not change anything. We can keep using real eggs.
Yeah.
It's not harming anybody. It's not hurting the damn chickens. You don't go to you don't go back to the chicken house where you took the eggs from for the White House Easter egg roll, and the chickens are sitting there crying, "Oh, you took my eggs, and they were batted around by children like a mouse. It gets done by a cat." That's not happening. Stop it. Jeez.
Rob and Steve continue next.
That's not correct. That is the wrong show. That show comes up later. This is what we hit.
America's Radcast, only on the radnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. Ew. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and microsealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, "Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off." And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
Is it Tuesday or Thursday? If so, remember that right after America's Radcast is Kyle's Food Factor. You don't have to do anything other than continue to enjoy, watch, and listen here at the radnetwork.com. Unless it's not Tuesday or Thursday, and then just make a note for the future. It's that time of the year again, spring cleaning time. Much like New Year's resolutions, spring cleaning is something we swear we're going to get to and then we never follow through on. And one of the reasons is how overwhelming it can be. You start to clean up, and then pretty soon you realize you have way more trash than you can just throw into your bins and put at the curb for the garbage company. You have enough junk that you need to make a half dozen trips to the dump, and then you go, oh, we don't even own a truck. Nor do you have the time or the energy, so you just say screw it again and no spring cleaning.
So this year, call my man Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong on purpose. It makes him stand out. Plus, it makes you think of chocolate milk. QUIK Dumpsters.com. Quick Dumpsters, QUIK Dumpsters.com is their website. Corey and his team came to my house recently, hauled away dozens of boxes filled with just stone-cold trash, unusable and worthless old vacuum cleaners, appliances that couldn't be fixed, and just random crap from around the house. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is QUIK. We're in and out of my place in less than 30 minutes. They checked in with me multiple times to make sure they were taking the right stuff. They were friendly, kind, professional, and finished off the job by making the house cleaner than when they started. And this may be the best part. Quotes are free, and you don't even have to have them over to your house where you get the little sales pitch and all that. Just send them some pics or videos. You get your price, schedule your day and time, and you watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Basically, you have no excuses other than your own laziness. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. That's QUIK Dumpsters. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, QUIK Dumpsters.com.
If the daily episodes of America's RAD Cast leave you thinking, I want more of Rob ranting about stupid people, government overreach, and how the body positivity movement has led fatties to being proud of their cholesterol levels being above those of a sloth who thinks rolling over while sleeping is a form of exercise, then we've got just the thing for you. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, stick around right after America's RAD Cast and enjoy Rob's Soapbox. You can listen to the absurdity, passion in his voice, and you can watch to see when that vein on his left temple tries to run and make a break for it. Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who know they're right, but need someone to tell them why. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RADcast. Only at the radnetwork.com.
This is America's RADcast. Call the show anytime at 888-587-5355 or email the show radcast@theradnetwork.com.
Couple emails. Actually, one email and a paraphrasing to a text. A couple texts I got during the break. We'll start with the email radcast@theradnetwork.com. We were doing an update parent pile earlier this week. Thing that's gone viral is your kid's throwing a temper tantrum and you go, Jessica! Even though there's no Jessica, and it redirects them. And a listener wrote in and said, well, I just tell my son to squeeze the mangoes. Anything. What color is it? Anything to redirect their brain. The idea is to calm them down. Then we start to talk about timeouts. And after a decade of doing that, all this research came out and said, yeah, that's not good. It teaches them isolation. It teaches them abandonment. Although Kyle said, it also teaches them about in the real world, you go to prison, you go to jail. Mm-hmm. Ricky wrote in.
Hi, Ricky.
And he said, in the Hispanic culture, and I'm Hispanic, his last name does track. It's a very Hispanic name, like Lopez, Hernandez, Gonzalez, like Speedy Gonzalez.
Hola.
He says, if we're Speedy, it's that, and then, andale.
Arriba.
Yes, there's another. We've been canceled twice now in less than 30 minutes of broadcasting. In the Hispanic culture, and I'm Hispanic, says Ricky, it is very, very common practice to have a stranger pretend to kidnap your child at a grocery store. When the child is misbehaving, the stranger is all too happy to play along and steal you away if you don't behave.
Oh, my God.
I did quick Google research, and in Hispanic cultures, the use of staged or simulated kidnapping as a learning lesson is not a formal cultural tradition, but an informal and controversial parenting tactic. So like spanking, right, with us. And the idea is to teach vigilance under what we would call traditionally in America stranger danger. Some parents use simulated kidnappings to teach children not to trust strangers or accept treats from them, or to teach them a lesson when they're acting out, just like Ricky said. There's another example.
Wow, that's kind of extreme, but I think it's funny.
Is it any more extreme? Here's an American culture that's not formal than the scared straight thing, right? When a kid is like the one it's used in different ways. But one of my best friends, who's now retired from law enforcement, for a while he was doing the truancy thing. You know, every school has a truancy cop or a cop on
yeah.
site.
They
for
watch
shoes,
for you in the
things like-
parking lot if you leave campus. Yeah, I'm aware of them.
And I bet you are.
Mm-hmm.
And another one of their jobs is to act as a truancy officer. And so every now and then he'll come in contact with a parent because the kid is not showing up, and the parent's like, I just can't get them to go to school. And he would go to their house as a truant officer, and he would cuff the kids, and he would put them in the back of their car and say, if you're not going to go to school, you're going to go to juvenile hall instead. And sometimes they would go as far as all the way to the parking lot before the kid would scream and yell, and the parents were fully on board. And same thing we've done over the past Scared Straight. The kid underage drinks, and you get a cop to usually a friend, but sometimes an actual cop to help you out and put him in the car. I mean, what's the difference? It's all traumatizing, and it's all meant to teach a lesson. Obviously, being kidnapped might be a little bit more traumatizing than a cop but also some people argue that teaches kids to be afraid of cops. Again, all of these things have repercussions.
Yeah.
But you're trying to teach a lesson in the moment.
Dude, this
So-
reminds me of a lesson I learned as a child. I mean, I was in high school when it happened, but I started ditching school. I got a car, and obviously going to school wasn't as fun when you have freedom to drive wherever the hell you want. So I missed like 5 classes, and my mom was pretty upset, and she told me, she was like, listen, if you don't go to school, I'm showing up to school with you, and I'm holding your hand during all your classes. And she wasn't messing around. I mean, she's cool with her boss and everything, so her boss probably would have let her do it too.
Oh,
If
so
it was
never
like,
happened.
all right, I'm going to school, I'm not having you show up and hold my hand during all the classes. Hell no.
And another one I just thought of that never happened to me, but was popular when I was growing up, 70s and 80s, was what we called immersion therapy. I've used the example before. You find out or you catch your kid smoking cigarettes at 14, and dad comes home with a carton of cigarettes and says, you're going to sit there and smoke this whole carton. And of course, the kid throws up endlessly, the idea being they'll never touch a cigarette again. Not healthy, not great. I'm sure it has some type of terrible effect on the kid. But there's got to be a balance between you can't let them get away with everything and scarring them for life. And I don't think we've ever figured any of this out. So we just keep throwing these things out there. Another update we did was because I had to get ready for the sports show at 11 a.m., the Robin Steve Sports Show. So we're talking about 3D printers, because one of the golfers in the Masters golf tournament today and all weekend, named Bryson DeChambeau, is using a 3D printed 5-iron, which apparently the PGA has approved is okay. And I was trying to get Jeff to explain to me what a 3D printer is. And do you have like a little bit more you wanted to add to that, Jeff?
I messaged you because if you wanted to see it, I don't.
Yeah.
We can show. It's like an enclosed box.
Oh, it looks like a microwave or a dishwasher.
Yeah. So you kind of build inside of that, and it will do like layers, and it takes anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to do something simple to 11 hours to do something more dense and more stronger and stuff like that.
So for 400
So how-
bucks, you
how-
can snag one?
yeah, this one's
How
like,
big is that one that you're showing on the screen if for people that are watching us on YouTube and such?
like a little like a microwave size, a little taller than a microwave would be a good example.
Mini fridge?
Yeah, a little smaller than a mini fridge, I would say. Yeah, and then that you could see like the bottom level. It's a tray, but it goes up and down based off of like what you're building. So it goes up really high, and then goes lower and lower as you build a thing. And then the more advanced ones have tilt on them and stuff like that to adjust. So I wanted to, in case anyone else was wondering what it looked like. And then this is a bamboo one. So this is like one of the more popular ones out there right
So
now.
what do you mean bamboo? Is it made of bamboo or is
Oh,
that
sorry,
just
no,
the name?
that's the brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bamboo, B-A-M-B-U.
And you said but it takes a few hours for it to actually print whatever you're telling it to do?
If it's something small, a few hours. I mean, it all depends on how many layers you do, how strong you want it. Because if you want it stronger, then it's just going to do like layer after layer and really thin but stronger. If you don't care about strength that much, with a lot of the stuff I'm building right now, it's very lightweight.
And-
It builds a little faster. I could do a little less layer density is what it's called, less walls.
You can print
And
guns
then
with
the other
those?
thing,
I mean, I haven't tried, but I'm assuming you can. Yeah.
you can. That's what it's a
Right.
big story out there. Big
Exactly,
problem. We were talking about the other thing too was the Easter egg roll was at the White House on Monday, and PETA has of course gotten involved and said stop using live eggs, use potatoes instead. And I got some texts from friends in the area that raise chickens, and they were saying the same thing that we have said earlier. It's like you're focusing on the wrong thing. If PETA really cared, then focus on something like hey, not all these chickens are even living in the greatest of environments. Why don't we control that better rather than just stop using eggs and use potatoes? And a few people went on rants about how the chickens really don't care when you go in and you take their eggs and such. And somehow this got me hungry, and I thought it was a good time for food news.
Food brings the people together, both in good times and in bad weather. Sharing a meal, sharing a laugh, raise a glass. It's a simple pleasure we all have. Food, oh glorious food, it nourishes my soul and mood. We're now serving the food news.
Food news is news about food. It's Thursday, and every Tuesday and Thursday we do a new edition of Kyle's Food Factor. It posts at 10 a.m. On the RADnetwork.com. On Tuesday, it was the promised ramen edition. Haven't heard. What do we have coming up today, Kyle?
So today I went to the, well, I didn't go today, but obviously today's episode features me going to the grocery store and seeing what's just new out there. There's a few different things. Milano Cookies from Pepperidge Farm has new white chocolate editions. They have a lemon and a coconut white chocolate cookie, and you get to see my reactions to those. And then there's
you know, we don't want to ruin what, you know, how Kyle reacts and such. So we have to wait and we have to watch the Food Factor. The Pepperidge Farm Milanos, just the basic Milanos, they have always been the OG for me, and I've tried some of the others, and I always go back to the Milanos. I'm not a big fan of lemon. Maybe coconut white chocolate. We'll see. Now, what is this? What is this Doritos Ruffles flavor swap thing?
Yeah, they're doing so. The cool thing is, like, Doritos has a chip bag that I'd sample, and they have the sour cream cheddar flavor on a Dorito, and then vice versa. There's a Ruffle bag that has the cool ranch flavor on the Ruffle. So I tried both of those, and then Cheetos even got in the mix and has a hickory barbecue sauce flavored Cheeto on there from Lay's. So Lay's has like their barbecue chip. They put that flavor on a Cheeto. So,
which, by the way, Doritos got smacked in the face yesterday by Walmart because Doritos are up to $7 a bag.
bro,
And
yeah.
Walmart said, "Okay, well, we're not going to stop selling these, but you're getting less shelf space because you're pricing yourself out of our consumer market."
So I don't know if something changed because on the bag it says new low price on a lot of the Doritos too. I noticed. So that kind of that matches up, yeah. Oh, and then I also tried the new Parmesan Ranch we discussed yesterday.
Yes, that's right. So Hidden Valley, they have two bottled ranches, including the Yum Yum sauce, but in their powdered, their mix, they added in a Parmesan Ranch powdered, and we were a little curious. So I'm glad you tried that. I look forward to the reaction.
They made it in a bottle too. I got the bottle. I didn't even get the powdered.
They've got it in the bottle.
Yeah, I got it in the bottle. I couldn't find the Yum Yum one, but I looked at both the packets and the bottles. Found the bottle Parmesan, couldn't find the packet, and couldn't find the packet Yum Yum sauce or the bottled version of the Yum Yum sauce. Hasn't hit the shelf yet, at least where I went. You know, I didn't go to multiple stores. I went to two.
That seems like plenty of footwork.
Yeah.
And what was the last one for dessert?
Oh, Haribo. They came out with the new candy. Oh, I was at 7-Eleven. I was looking for the cream Mountain Dew. Can't find that yet either. So I settled with a Slurpee there. They have the pina colada Slurpees. Thank God. I love those things. So I got that. And then I saw a new candy from Haribo, these sour soda pop bottles. Jesus. So I try those too.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's the Food Factor today. Kyle's Food Factor every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. It'll drop on the RADnetwork.com. In food news, remember we talked earlier, Pop-Tarts has their new super stuffed Pop-Tarts, the normal ones that you toaster up. Okay. Now they have two new ice cream sandwiches that are rolling out to stores.
Ooh.
The Pop-Tarts Frosted Cookies and Cream Ice Cream Sandwich
Please.
features a generous slab of cookies and cream flavored ice cream sandwich between two cocoa toaster pastries stuffed with cookies and cream flavored filling.
Damn.
And it's got nothing to do with being a Pop-Tart. You don't Pop-Tart it. You eat it like an ice cream sandwich, obviously.
Oh, that sounds heavenly. My God. Yes.
The other one is the Pop-Tarts Frosted S'mores ice cream sandwich, which transforms the campfire snack into a refreshing frozen bite. This variety features marshmallow-flavored ice cream with swirls of gooey chocolate fudge sandwiched between two graham-flavored marshmallow-filled toaster pastries.
Yes, get in my mouth, please. Jesus, God, that sounds good.
I'm not a huge Pop-Tart fan, but as an ice cream sandwich, these both sound like a must-try.
Right?
They are
dip it in caramel?
They are supposed to be available exclusively at Walmart, but they will expand to additional retailers. And I mention it from time to time because people get so angry. They do a lot of this start at Walmart stuff. Sometimes it's Walmart and Target because they're the biggest retailers in the country. And so they get them out to Walmart. Walmart gets a discounted price. They get them for a few weeks, and then they'll slowly drip out to other places. And if you're one of these, well, I'm not going to Walmart because I don't like their politics. I'm not going to Walmart because they're white trash. Well, then Instacart it. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Yeah. You have to leave your house, especially if you like, you know, girls that time of the month, they crave the sweet stuff and they just want to stay in their sweatpants. That's perfect. Stay in your sweatpants, look fat, order that delicious, yummy food just to your house, Instacart. You don't have to go out to Walmart and look pathetic.
I did get a note from a female friend yesterday who said, you know, I love the show and I'm listening to you guys every day. And I know you have plans for the future and you'll figure this out, Rob, but it is occasionally a little bit of a sausage fest. And then she put in parentheses, #Kyle. And as soon as you go right to women are on the rag, they don't want to leave the house, they're in their sweatpants. And so, but they want something sweet. And I'm like, oh.
Three cancellations in an hour. That's good. That's a good
Yes.
record. Yeah.
Less than an hour.
Yeah,
I mean, we're only 40 minutes in, and Kyle's already used the R word, and then I used Speedy Gonzalez, and now we're talking. And I use the phrase "on the rag," which is the one that women just hate that, and then Kyle goes with the full-on stereotype. They don't want to leave the house.
Bloody hell.
Next, here's something that you broads on the rag would like for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. New Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, yeah.
They have a new cereal to celebrate their 50th birthday the best way it knows how. A fun, colorful flavor birthday cake pebbles
Ooh.
are now. They are designed to mimic the look and taste of a festive slice of cake, pink, blue, and yellow flakes, vanilla frosting. I mean, that's one of my favorite ice creams, birthday cake ice cream. So now they're putting it into, by the way, this is not brand new. They did this in 2021 for the brand's 50th anniversary, so they're just rolling. They're probably using the unsold boxes from 5 years ago.
Damn.
It's back. 2 sizes, $4.99 for a 10-ounce box, $5.29 for a family size. Well, then just get the goddamn family size.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, you know what would be
Only
good? Like
30
people make Rice Krispie treats out of those too, and a birthday cake Rice Krispie treat with those. Oh, now we're talking. We'll put the girls on the rag aside for a minute, and we'll bring in a new stereotype: stoners. This would be great. Get high as hell, cut these up, probably eat the whole tray of them. Yes.
At least we're equal opportunity offenders, where we can stereotype women during their menstrual cycle and stoners in general. Hispanics took care of that. They're all into Speedy Gonzalez. See, we just offend everyone.
Yeah. Next up are the fatties.
Oh, excellent. Oh, I'm sure I've got something where we can get to the here's a fatty story. There's a fatty.
Perfect.
Drunks. Okay, I can relate to that. There's a good drunk story. Yeah, I mean, we'll just make fun of all of them here as we can. The Fruity Pebbles, birthday cake pebbles, they launch on May 1st at Walmart.
Okay.
And then they'll go out to other retailers as well. Next up, okay, by the way, we're still working on getting all of our rad advertisers in general. One of the things we always had to do when we were just on the radio was we didn't know what sponsors the radio stations might be selling to. So if we offered opinions on things, we always had that cute little disclaimer, which totally saved everything by saying, pick out a store. Oh, yeah, Subway, they don't serve tuna. It's actually horse meat unless Subway is an advertiser, and then we love you kind of thing. We don't really have to worry about that anymore. Because we know everybody that's advertising. Now that we're all online, we control everything through the RAD network. So I get to have an honest answer here because I haven't had this in I don't know how long. Like I think close to a decade. What is the status of the quality currently of Domino's Pizza?
Oh, okay. It's up and down. It was really good a while ago. The pizza is still fantastic. Their sandwich is still fantastic. I don't know what the hell happened to their chicken wings, but they are lacking, Rob. They used to be really, really good. Now they fall apart and the bones are so brittle they'll break off in your mouth. Maybe it's just the one that I moved close to now, but it's really disappointing with just their chicken wings. The rest of the pizza's good because they put like a garlic butter sauce on their crust and it's delicious.
I'm not a big. I don't do Domino's too much, but I mean, when I do, I always feel like I'm happily, pleased. surprisingly pleased.
Oh, and the lava cakes. Oh, those are my favorite. I mean, that's probably like one of my top 3 favorite food items is Domino's lava cake. Jesus.
Like I said, I think it's been close to 10 years. They went like you said, Kyle. They've been up and down like a lot of these places are, and it just got into that cardboard phase. And I just started going to other places. And now, and we didn't have it back then. We didn't have DoorDash and stuff. Now you can get pizza from your favorite local joints that weren't delivering then or took too long, etc. But I have heard from people, they have made some pretty decent improvements. So I keep kind of going, well, should I give Domino's another shot here? And now they do have, and this is more towards your direction, Kyle. So I wanted to get an idea here of where you were on Domino's because you're the sauce guy on the show. You love your sauce.
I do love my sauce. I love a good dipping option, man. It makes food better. I can't even go to Taco Bell without getting sauce. Like if I get the food and they don't give me hot sauce packets, it's pretty much ruined. I don't even want to eat it.
Well, yeah, but that's now okay, but that's not dipping. You're just pouring the sauce on the taco.
Yeah, but still, like I get a side of Chipotle sauce at Taco Bell and I have to dip it in. And if I go anywhere else, like go to McDonald's, like if I'm getting anything, I need like a side of barbecue sauce, a side of ranch. And if I go Jack in the Box, they got Jack in the Box where it's at because they got all the sauce dipping options. So I'm excited to see what Domino's has because they do have some good sauce options already. Like they have the icing option for those lava cakes. And I know with like their bread twists and their little bites, they have some good options too. I just don't usually order those.
So now, like McDonald's, obviously you get chicken McNuggets, you got to have a dipping sauce. But like, what else are you dipping? I mean,
French fries,
maybe. Okay.
Well, sometimes I'll dip the cheeseburger, but usually I dip it in ketchup. But you know, if I'm really stoned, maybe barbecue sauce.
And now the pizza issue, a lot of people love to dip their pizza, especially the crust. Ranch dressing, marinara, hot sauce, blue cheese is popular for some people. Domino's has not really gotten into the pizza dipping train. So you said they've got like an icing thing, but they haven't really embraced like pizza dipping sauces.
Not that I've noticed. I know they have sauce options. I haven't explored their options too much to be completely honest with you. I'm kind of blanking on what they have besides the icing and the ranch.
They claim this is their first ever signature sauce crafted for pizza.
Okay.
It is called slice sauce. Very
sauce.
creative. It is a creamy, zesty sauce made with a touch of Parmesan and designed to elevate every bite of pizza. It will add a burst of flavor to other items like Domino's garlic bread bites, their Parmesan bread bites, etc. So you can just get it. They're doing a free serving to kind of launch this of slice sauce with every online or in-app order for a handmade pan or Parmesan stuffed crust pizza from now until the middle of June. But you can get it anyways. You can get whatever you want. And then just ask, hey, can I get? And I'm sure you have to pay for it, but can I get the slice sauce?
Okay, I'm not. See, it's kind of weird because they call it slice sauce. I'm thinking slice soda right off the bat. A little misleading. But then I don't want to give too much away, but I've tried the Parmesan ranch, and let's just say, no, I'm not too interested about the slice sauce now. If it's going to be anything like that.
However, I'm less inclined to be fascinated by your food factor today, specifically to the Parmesan Ranch, only because you did the bottled version. And like we talked about yesterday, while I love me some Hidden Valley Ranch, I like to make it with the packets, and that's where it's going to be at. But I was already like you yesterday. I was a little cold on the whole Parmesan Ranch idea, and that's all this is. Domino's thing. This is a thanks for that, creamy and zesty. Well, that's very vague with a touch of Parmesan.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt? Is slice soda still around?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it is?
I think
Okay,
it
was
is.
gonna say,
I think they did a relaunch.
Oh,
I think it went away, and now they came back.
Because I used to drink it when I was younger, but I was like, I don't know if I've seen it in a long time, but I'm kind of excited now.
I remember trying it and being pretty disappointed and being like, it's not as good. Like Fanta takes over supreme leadership of the orange slice, at least.
They have relaunched Slice, and of course, they've relaunched it as a healthy prebiotic and probiotic.
That's right. Yeah.
What's the other? I always confuse Slice with the other one.
Crush. Slice,
I like
Crush, Fanta.
Yeah. Sunkissed?
No.
Oh, Sunkissed. Oh, I forgot about Sunkissed. Damn it, that one's way better than Fanta.
Yeah, right, that is better.
Well, at least orange soda wise. Fanta's got good grape too.
All right, maybe we could find some Slice to try on the Food Factor. And see,
Okay,
see if
yeah,
it's
that's
good.
fine. I'm not a fan. I tried it before. I just gave away the secret. It's not good. It's not childhood anymore. They took childhood and ruined it, just like Trix did with their new shapes. They're not even shapes anymore. They look like kicks now. It's stupid. Stupid Trix and their rabbit.
How does that ruin a cereal?
Because they used to look cool. They used to have like little fruit shapes in them. That was part of the fun.
You ate the cereal because of the shapes?
Well, when I was a kid, hell yeah. It's still like the Lucky Charms because of the shapes of the marshmallows. What, are they going to turn those into balls now and just flavor them?
I wouldn't be that hard.
I know what I was confusing Slice with, just in my brain because of the look of the can for the original Slice was Squirt soda.
Oh.
Yeah, Squirt's good.
Grapefruit. Oh, that Ruby Red is, I don't know if that's still around either. That stuff's good. Damn.
Next up in food news, speaking of DoorDash getting things delivered, etc. Well, and this is where I get to lose my California card. Oh no, what will I ever do? The most overrated burger joint on the planet, In-N-Out.
Oh yeah.
They will not be going digital anytime soon. So sorry, you can't get it delivered. The president, owner, CEO of In-N-Out, Lindsay Snyder Ellingson. This is what happens when you let a woman run a company based on beef.
Just driving these stereotypes home, aren't we?
Let's just lean all the way in on this. Says she intends to keep In-N-Out operating the same way her grandparents did. No online ordering, no pickup orders. The answer is no, she said during some conversation at Pepperdine, one of these things that goes viral.
Yeah, she's probably on her period.
Show's turning fast.
Jesus Christ. She said that the part of what this is bullshit. This quote is bullshit. Okay, the next one is what she should have ran with. This is that problem with the woman brain being smaller. She didn't grasp the marketing of this. In fact, you know what? I'll do the second one first. What she should have said is that mobile ordering would, because I know this is big for you In-N-Out fans. Mobile ordering would take a piece of what our experience is away because of the freshness factor, referring to the food's ingredient quality, appearance, aroma. I've heard so many In-N-Out people say there's a freshness about it when they order it, and I guess you can see them making it or whatever. It doesn't make it any better for me, but that's what she should have gone with. Instead, she said, part of what makes In-N-Out and the experience so special is the interaction and the customer service that we're able to give. The smile, the greeting, the warmth, and the feeling in the culture. No, it isn't. Nobody's going out to In-N-Out for I get to chat up with the employee and I love the culture.
Yeah, that's not Dutch Brothers. Jesus.
At least at Dutch Bros, it depends on how long the line is. You interact with somebody in the line with their little tablet. But either way, when you pull up to the booth, they've got the pop music playing. Yeah. Nobody over 20's in there. And they're all fun, and they're all excited. They've all drank so many of their Boosts drinks.
Yeah, they are. They are cracked down on the coffee there. Yes. Yeah, in In-N-Out, like the freshness factor, you have to wait in that goddamn line so long. By the time you tell the little dude with the tablet or you speak into the speaker box, they're making your food then, and then God knows how long it takes to get to the window before you have to pay. I mean, okay, maybe they're making the food in order, but you're right. We're not going there for the family atmosphere and the bubbliness and how fun it is. No, it's a long-ass wait. There's nothing fun about that.
Yeah, I think that's what I feel like. That's why I felt like they haven't done the DoorDash thing yet or something like that, because I feel like their lines are always long.
Yeah, they don't need to do it. They're packed anyways.
Yeah, right. I feel like the only time I want In-N-Out burgers when I have about 30 minutes to wait in a line or 25 minutes.
And then you even go inside and the same thing. You're there with a bunch of people all crowded together by the soda machine waiting for your number to get called, and it never gets called.
The freshness factor would make sense, as I know we're not going to do it for that reason, but also because fast food is tough on DoorDash or getting it delivered. Depending on where it's coming from, you got to make sure you do the priority thing, that they don't stop somewhere else. And even then, it does not always show up better than warm, and it goes downhill pretty quick. So, if they want to rely on the freshness thing, that would make sense to me. They're just not doing it for any reason.
Yeah, I think she should have just been honest. I feel like she's lying to all these people at that little conference she had. Where it's like, we're not going mobile. No. She should have just been like, listen, we're busy as it is. We do just fine. We're In-N-Out. Screw off.
I know a lot of I know a lot of clients who turn off their DoorDash, their restaurants that turn off their DoorDash during their busy times because they want to give all the kitchen attention to the people who are coming into the restaurant, so they give them the best service. So I can see if In-N-Out's busy all of the time, which it seems like they are.
yeah.
They don't really need
are.
it. Yeah.
Although the other one that I always see just packed endlessly, Chick-fil-A, they do DoorDash.
Yep.
Yeah, and their
Those are the
drive-throughs long
two.
too. Yeah, probably full.
Oh,
Half of them are
forever.
DoorDash drivers.
Oh my God! When I go out on ride-alongs, and this would be in the Sacramento area or the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, those are the two places. In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A, it's like 20, 30 people are in line all the time at night, because that's when the fun time is for ride-along. It's like, my God, how long are they waiting for those orders? But Chick-fil-A will still DoorDash, but not In-N-Out.
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A won't stay open on a Sunday, so try DoorDash on a Sunday, you're still screwed.
I know, but I can't ding people for the religious thing. It's like, I know it's annoying, but like, okay, well, that's why you're doing it. Because no business doesn't want to be open. That's how you make your money. So if you're that into it, what is it, Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby, and there's a couple others. All right, whatever. It is annoying, though. I agree with you. Seems like the only day I crave Chick-fil-A is a Sunday.
You know what? And even then, like even In-N-Out's got the religious thing going. They put the little Bible verses on their little meal trays, on their little
do they?
Yeah, they do. And I think on the cups too, they have little Bible verses, or they have like John 3:16 or whatever on there. They give you a little thing for it. They're still open on Sunday. Why can't Chick-fil-A just put Bible verses on their wrappers?
Because In-N-Out just doesn't believe that much.
Oh, okay.
They're
Yeah,
posers.
yeah. They're Jack Christians. They only show up on Easter and holidays to church.
Twice a year, Easter and Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Next up, food news. There's a new viral drink that combines with food. It's the viral salt and vinegar dirty martini.
A salt. Oh.
So this infused vodka thing became really popular years ago, and then people started doing it at home. I've done it a few times, where it, in particular, like jalapeno or habanero. You want to make a spicy martini or margarita or whatever. Not a margarita. Well, you can do a margarita with that, but martinis in particular. You take some peppers, some hot peppers, you put them in a bottle of vodka, and you let it sit for many hours, however spicy you want it, and then you've got this spicy. And you got to be careful if you're doing the spicy version, because you got to get the seeds out of there. You got to be careful of the peppers, because otherwise you get this really weird aftertaste of pepper, like bad bell pepper, even though you're not using bell peppers. It can be a little funky.
You did it with peppercorns,
Instead, what
right?
you're doing here is do what?
You use it with peppercorns too, don't you? You got peppercorns and the pepper, yeah.
Absolutely, that's a good way to do it. To make the potato chip dirty martini, you need to make the flavored vodka. So what you do is you grab a bag of your favorite salt and vinegar chips.
Lays.
Cape Cod. No, Cape Cod. Cape Cod's better.
Oh, what's a Cape Cod? Are those like the what are they called?
What?
The kettle chips?
Kettle cooked. Yeah, kettle cooked white bag Cape Cod.
Okay, I haven't tried them yet. My bad.
So you crumble a hefty amount of chips, and what you have to do is you have to take the vodka, you pour it into a giant mason jar, because you can't just like stuff chips into a bottle of vodka if it's full. So you pour them into a mason jar on top of your however many chips you want to put in there. You're gonna have to do a few experiments, and then you let the jar sit for at least 8 hours. You strain it, and then you have a golden colored vodka that is going to have a little bit of salt and vinegar flavor, along with obviously the vodka and the vermouth. And so you have a version of a dirty martini that's not as briny and salty as an original dirty martini, although you could add to it.
Yeah, you could.
or
Make it a filthy martini.
a lot of people are adding more salty or chips, like filling it with chips that are floating, but they would get soggy real quick.
Well, that's a good idea too with the chips, because potatoes are usually what vodka's made out of. I mean, and you can do other things like corn and other types of. But I don't know. That's the other one I know you can make vodka out of: corn and potatoes.
Well, I mean, okay, sorry to be the fact check guy. Less than 5% of all vodka is made out of made out of potatoes.
Oh, is that true?
That's an old school thing.
Oh,
yeah, it's corn, it's sugar cane. Those are the overwhelming majority of vodkas are made. But it's a cool little thing to say. I'm putting potatoes back in the vodka.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the Idaho potato lobby again, coming back.
There's a theme here, isn't there?
Yeah, right.
A damn Idaho potato lobby is all up in our business.
Yeah. They even invaded PETA. Jesus.
We were talking about the slice squirt. Which one's the one? Squirt is back, but it's a prebiotic, probiotic.
Slice is back. Squirt never went away.
Slice is back.
Squirt is
Fine.
grapefruit
See, thanks.
only.
Okay, so that's but now it's back as a prebiotic, probiotic, whatever. Because God forbid we just drink anything and not worry about our gut health. So now the thing that's hot online, another viral sensation, stacked water. This is something you make at home. Yeah, it's not enough to just rip open your electrolyte pack, your liquid IV or whatever, and pour it into water. Now you got to make your own stacked water, which aims to maximize both the nutrition and aesthetic appeal of everything we consume, in this case, water. It involves adding flavor enhancers and supplements to your daily hydration routine. And you can do it in all sorts of forms. Some primarily add flavor-boosting ingredients to their water. Others are more concerned with mixing in nutritional supplements. Stacked water kind of falls between, the two, your nutritional supplement and then just making it taste good kind of thing.
All right.
Each version is customized. Some of the most common additions include collagen, chia seeds, lemon juice, liquid water enhancers, electrolyte packets, creatine, seltzer, purified fruit, probiotics, protein powder, coconut water, turmeric, or apple cider vinegar. Not all at once, but any form of those.
I was going to say, you can't throw all that in a pot and please your company. Nope.
The undisputed king of stacked water is this guy on TikTok known as Jeffrey, whose TikTok feed is filled with clips of his daily stacked water creations. He changes them depending on the day and his mood. A recent example was water, ice, collagen peptides, creatine, baby spinach, and green apple blended with the water and strained. Liquid IV, lime juice, and peels. And a vital protein sparkling collagen water, all served in a glass tumbler so you can appreciate the drink's bright color.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting. Sounds like a lot for water.
Right. It sounds like so much work.
I mean, I'd rather just have a smoothie with all that crap added in. He's filtering it into a glass water bottle? No. Just make a healthy smoothie, bro. It's doing the most. Like, why? I guess he's probably doing pretty good with his views, to be honest. Like,
right. He's doing it because morons are watching him and getting him the click. He takes a sip of it, stops the video, and then spits it out, and probably just opens up a liquid IV packet, pours it into water, and that's what he actually drinks.
Right.
If he's doing anything for his health. Yeah, that's the
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
It's that time of the year again, spring cleaning time. Much like New Year's resolutions, spring cleaning is something we swear we're going to get to and then we never follow through on. And one of the reasons is how overwhelming it can be. You start to clean up, and then pretty soon you realize you have way more trash than you can just throw into your bins and put at the curb for the garbage company. You have enough junk that you need to make a half dozen trips to the dump, and then you go, oh, we don't even own a truck. Nor do you have the time or the energy, so you just say screw it again and no spring cleaning. So this year, call my man Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong on purpose. It makes him stand out. Plus, it makes you think of chocolate milk. QUIK Dumpsters.com. Quick Dumpsters, QUIK Dumpsters.com is their website. Corey and his team came to my house recently, hauled away dozens of boxes filled with just stone-cold trash, unusable and worthless old vacuum cleaners, appliances that couldn't be fixed, and just random crap from around the house. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is QUIK. We're in and out of my place in less than 30 minutes. They checked in with me multiple times to make sure they were taking the right stuff. They were friendly, kind, professional, and finished off the job by making the house cleaner than when they started. And this may be the best part. Quotes are free, and you don't even have to have them over to your house where you get the little sales pitch and all that. Just send them some pics or videos. You get your price, schedule your day and time, and you watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Basically, you have no excuses other than your own laziness. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. That's QUIK Dumpsters. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, QUIK Dumpsters.com.
When America's Radcast ends on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, if you think to yourself, I need Rob to dive deeper into the upcoming election, explain to me again why leftover pizza should be left out overnight. And once again, go through the virtues of turning your underwear inside out and wearing it for a second straight day, then we have just the thing for you. It's called shock therapy. But most insurance plans don't cover that. So instead, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, stick around right after America's Radcast and enjoy Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who know they're right, but only because Rob says so. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's Radcast, only at theradnetwork.com.
Every Wednesday at 1 p.m., right after the Rob and Steve Sports Show, the RADnetwork.com presents Kyle's Corner. It's a weekly deep dive into Kyle's playful, extraordinarily dark, spontaneous, felonious, immature, and often disgusting sense of humor. I mean, seriously, this is a guy obsessed with fireworks, overweight felines, and a goal of making every episode feel like hanging out in the garage or around the grill while Kyle dives into whatever lights him up that week, which, if you ask me, sounds like a one-way ticket to carbon monoxide poisoning. But the good news is that whatever corner of Kyle's wildly ridiculous and unpredictable brain takes him, we get to watch it all every day at 1 p.m. and anytime after, only at theradnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. Ew. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and microsealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
A famous porn star once said, every exit is an entrance to new experiences. Classy, very classy. Back to America's Radcast on the RADnetwork.com.
Got a few emails, radcast at theradnetwork.com about various things that have already come up throughout the day. We'll start with this one from Cherie.
Hi, Cherie.
Unintended, we just started to work on getting canceled already. We don't have to worry about the FCC anymore. We're not on the radio. We can do whatever we want. There are certain things, right, that might go viral. People are, oh my God, you're not going to listen to this, watch this, whatever. So one of them was Kyle dropped the R-word bomb first, and then we started talking about women being on the rag, and and we were referencing Speedy Gonzalez for Hispanics. So Cherie wrote in and said, I love to say on the rag, thank God for early hysterectomies. Oh, so you see, she's not on the rag.
Yeah, see, yeah, now she gets to have fun with us because she doesn't have to go through the suffering anymore.
Also, a throwback here, Jokes from the Maggots. We used to have Trevor the gay write in. He would identify as being gay because this is the absurdity of this, right? And this is why we always try to illustrate the absurd by being absurd. You can only make gay jokes if you are a gay person. The rest of us can't do it. And so Trevor, who we've met, he is gay. and he's been listening for years. He would send in gay jokes because that's what's allowed. So, referencing that, Cherie says, my daughter had Down syndrome. She passed away at 6.
Aww.
My kid was cool as hell. And I can say retard, just like Trevor can tell gay jokes. So she embraces it. So
if I have an uncle who has Down syndrome, it's okay?
Yes, do you?
All right, perfect.
Okay, perfect. Yes, exactly. I'm trying to think of the analogy. Oh, it's like being married to my African American wife for 10 years. I can't go full on racist, but I can do a little bit of dabbling because I'm part of the community. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. Sorry. Kim wrote in. We're doing food news, and Kyle's got his food factor coming up at 10 a.m. like every Tuesday and Thursday. It drops on the radnetwork.com. He was out shopping yesterday looking for things to do for the food factor. One of the things he didn't find, Kim says, tell Kyle that the cream soda Mountain Dew
thank God.
is at Walmart.
Yeah, of course it is.
We bought it Sunday. I know. It's pretty good, and I don't drink soda, but I liked it.
Thank you. I will be making a run tonight. Thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Speaking of, Kevin wrote in and said, the way Kyle's face lights up when you talk about food, you may have to start rolling him into the studio in a wheelchair. He's going to blow up the size of a balloon. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I still walk on the Stairmaster to keep it down a little bit. But yeah, I am eating a little more unhealthy. I do need to watch my weight. Thanks.
Well, and also, you have lit up over food for as long as I've known you.
Bro.
Because you do. You just get so excited
Yeah.
about food.
Everybody needs to eat. Might as well enjoy it. I mean, yeah, it goes back to when I was a kid, as much as everything does. Yeah, I had a good time being raised in the kitchen with my mom and my uncle. Man, we cooked a lot, and my sister was a picky eater. She's never in the kitchen. She doesn't care about food. Me, I loved it. Loved it. I was so excited to cook as a kid, and now as an adult, I just want to try everything.
And then we got this email from Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
It says, we were talking about an update to the parent pile earlier in the week. Your kid throws a tantrum, and this thing's going viral. You, Jessica! That's what you do. You yell for Jessica, even though it's not a person. And you may or may not start looking for the invisible Jessica. The idea is to confuse the kid, get it to stop having a tantrum. We call it redirection. Use it in dog training. You can use it with kids. You can use it with anyone. And so other people have been writing in about, well, this is what works for me, and this is somebody wrote in yesterday, I forget what her tactic was, but she said, I'm sure I'm scarring my child, but it works. It stops the tantrum because everything scars the kids. We're just trying to get them to stop screaming and being little craps. And so Kelly said, it seems like parenting is becoming like coffee, eggs, and so many other things. This way is good, that way is not. Then a few weeks later, they say that what is good, after all, it sucks, like the timeouts for a decade. Put your kid in timeout. Oh, wait, we're teaching them abandonment. Kelly says, I am very old like you, Rob. Thanks. Appreciate that. My parents were never around. We raised ourselves. And I guess that means in today's language, I should suffer from isolation syndrome. When I was an ass, I had to stand in corners, get spanked, or do chores, all in isolation. Oh, well. I'll go get a rocking chair out on the lawn and a sign to go with it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that my parents were never around, but I was what they called, I don't know if anybody still uses the term, a latchkey kid. I would come home from school to an empty house from like 2 to 5 p.m. ish.
Yeah. You don't have isolation problems, do you?
No. In
Okay,
fact,
yeah.
what I would say on that one in particular was it taught me independence, and it taught me how to entertain myself, and it made me creative. My neighbor next door, that's where my best friend lived, his mom was always home. So when I was experimenting with the stapler one time and I put a stapler into my thumb, I knew to run over and ring the doorbell, go, Sharon, look what I did. And it wasn't even, it was such a dramatic kid moment. It wasn't even all the way in my thumb. But old school parenting, right, back in the 80s, she literally just grabbed staple removers and put it in and yanked it right out, put a Band-Aid on it, said, go home, you're fine.
Aww.
So what else did he have in there? So, isolation, no, not abandonment. I don't have those. Believe me, I have issues. And I've been through plenty of therapy. Let's see, into things to discover isolation now. You got spanked. I got spanked only about 2 or 3 times. Had to do chores. Well, I had to do chores anyways. And I didn't get paid for them. None of that crap. You did chores because you were part of the household. And then as you got older, they might say, okay, well, now if you want to mow the lawn, we'll give you $5 or whatever it was at the time. But yes, you're gonna get scarred by something. But there's no A to B. I love the comparison. This is what we do. Things that are so good for you. Oh, do this now. Look, you're 5 years away from finding out the prebiotic and probiotic drinks and sodas have actually given you stomach cancer. That's just how it works. Because we don't know until we have all of these years of research and actual results. I always use the aspirin analogy, so I won't use that this time. Taking aspirin to ward off your heart attack. 10 years later, actually, it's giving people heart attacks. The other one I love is the original Zantac, the heartburn medicine that elevated beyond Tums. It was beyond Beano. You took it like once a day, or not. You took it after you ate spicy foods or something. It was the #1 over-the-counter medicine for years in America. And then they found out after they had hundreds of millions of people around the world taking it, there's a direct correlation between taking that and osteoporosis. It's breaking down your bones.
Oh, boy.
And it's turning... Yeah, it's like, exactly. That's what they said. Oh, boy, I guess we should just pull that off the shelves because now we have all of the actual data of this. That's why I can't get obsessive about any of this stuff where they tell you this is what's really good for you. This is because I'm still in everything in moderation kind of guy, and I can't dive into, I'm going to drink coffee because it's healthy. Oh, wait, here's a new study that said it's not healthy, so I'm not going to drink it. One other food news item I didn't get to. Kyle, Jeff, you guys ever heard of Wawas? We don't have them out on the West.
Wawas, no.
I've heard of them, but I haven't. I don't know what they are.
It sounds like something with the child calls water. I want my Wawa. Mom,
it's
my
a
Wawa.
convenience store thing. They're big on the East and in Florida, but across the East. I don't know if they're always at gas stations, but that's how I've heard about them a lot. So it's just that. It's a convenience store. An unusual theft at a Pennsylvania Wawa over the weekend. I love saying it too. Wawa.
Oh, it's like a store.
It's like an AM PM
Got
essentially.
it. Yes, that's what it sounds
AM,
like.
PM, 7-Eleven, all that crap.
And Wawa.
Over the weekend, police said that there was this unusual theft involved a pair of men who fled the scene in a black Hyundai Santa Cruz. Surveillance footage, according to police, led to them being identified and ultimately arrested. The two suspects took responsibility and said it was a drunken mistake. Okay, you get drunk, you do stupid stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Neither man was taken into custody because they met the demands of the Wawa. The Wawa says, we're not going to file charges if you just pay us for what you stole.
Okay.
Keep it, which, by the way, we have no idea what they did with what they stole. But just pay us. We won't press charges. And, of course, the cops are like, thank God. Like, I want to fill out paperwork for this. Authorities don't know what happened, what was stolen, but we do know that they stole exactly 96 bananas.
Bananas? Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're doing with bananas. Yeah. Oh, boy. 96 of them, though? That's a party. Jesus.
Connor Dilks, a detective with the local police department. This is why, stay a cop, dude. He released a statement saying, quote, our investigators didn't monkey around and located the bandits in short order.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Commercial.
The first time Corey walked into my home, I came around the corner, extended my right hand to shake it, and said to him, wow, you're big. And that would be Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong intentionally. Quick, Q-U-I-K Dumpsters.com. That's QuickDumpsters.com. Corey's yet another maggot launching his own locally owned and operated business, and boy, did I need him, and really we all do. Things pile up, you get frustrated, you keep saying, we need to make a dump run. Pretty soon it's more than a dump run, and now you need to rent a truck or have one of those ugly upside down box cars parked in front of your house that you fill up yourself. Or you do like I did, you call Corey at quickdumpsters.com. In my case, my house had fallen into complete disarray as my late wife Christina had lost her 2-year battle with congestive heart failure, and amongst the many things left were gathering her things and finding what to donate, what had to just go in that pile of stuff where we were both going, why did we ever buy this? And it all could have been so overwhelming had Corey not just walked in, taken charge, and removed dozens of boxes of total junk, unusable dog kennels, desks that were falling apart, a worthless old smoker that couldn't be fixed, bag after bag of crap, and I can't remember what else. He was quick, spelled wrong, Q-U-I-K, quiet and clean. Well, he wasn't clean. I mean, he was. But I'm not commenting on his hygiene. I meant that his work was clean. He swept everything when he was done, and the house looked like he'd never even been there. Corey's the real deal, and I couldn't be more proud and happy to call him a brand new advertiser. His story's incredible, his dedication unmatched, and his motivation to succeed larger than he is, and that's saying something. Quotes are free. You don't even have to have them over to your house. Just send him some pics or videos, and you'll get your price, schedule your day and time, and watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Go to quickdumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, dumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, dumpsters.com.
Remember, Kyle's Food Factor airs every Tuesday and Thursday right after America's RAD Cast. And on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's Rob's Soapbox. In other words, just stay here, and we'll keep you entertained until 11 when the Rob and Steve Sports Show starts at 11 here on the radnetwork.com.
If you've never heard of microseal, let me tell you what it isn't. It is not a really small marine mammal. Get it? A microseal? Oh, fine. Just ask AI. AI describes microseal this way, with a bunch of AI words. Microseal is a premium, eco-friendly, and biodegradable fabric protection spray that penetrates deep into fibers to provide permanent stain, soil, and sun fade resistance for rugs, furniture, and delicate fabrics. It uses nanotechno blah blah blah, and blue 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 blue. What AI is trying to say is that microseal is non-toxic, non-allergenic, safe for pets and children, and, although AI doesn't say this, it should, you need to contact longtime maggot Joel from AdvantageSteam.com right now to get him to apply microseal for you. You can even make appointments online at AdvantageSteam.com. We've had microseal for years at Williams Manor, and it treats a lot more than carpets. Microseal protects virtually all fibrous materials, including wool, cotton, silk, suede, leather, and synthetic fabrics. It protects upholstery, carpets, rugs, draperies, and clothing, including wedding dresses. And ladies, you're going to need what? 3 or 4 of those in your lifetime. And it protects against stains, moisture, and UV degradation without changing the texture. Also, if you're an interior designer, Joel has a special program just for you, and all you have to do is say the password, which is what? What? There's no password, I guess. Never mind. Whoever you are, contact Joel at AdvantageSteam.com. And if you're an interior designer, tell him, I guess. I don't know. That's AdvantageSteam.com, where you'll learn more about microseal and everything else that Joel offers. At AdvantageSteam.com, that's AdvantageSteam.com, AdvantageSteam.com.
If the daily episodes of America's RAD Cast leave you thinking, I want more of Rob ranting about stupid people, government overreach, and how the body positivity movement has led fatties to being proud of their cholesterol levels being above those of a sloth who thinks rolling over while sleeping is a form of exercise, then we've got just the thing for you. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, stick around right after America's RAD Cast and enjoy Rob's Soapbox. You can listen to the absurdity, passion in his voice, and you can watch to see when that vein on his left temple tries to run and make a break for it. Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who know they're right, but need someone to tell them why. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RAD Cast. Only at the radnetwork.com.
America's RADcast continues next, only on the radnetwork.com.
We got this email to RADcast at the radnetwork.com. It's from Kennedy.
Hi, Kennedy.
It says, I love emails that start like this. To the amazing Rob and awesome Kyle.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jeff. I just found out that you are broadcasting again. I have missed you guys so freaking much. I'm sorry I'm late to the game here, but I will tune in from now on. This has absolutely made my month. The past month and days since I have heard you both live have been so long again. Fuck you, Jeff. You are so the past few months without you have been unentertaining and uninformative. So thank you so much for returning. Yes, Jeff is the newest third member of the show, and he's the one that's corrupted it and made it way too much sausage fest, and we're getting canceled. Clearly, you heard, Jeff's been making fun of women on the rag all morning.
I know. Damn it, Jeff.
I'm in trouble already.
But the issue of just finding out that we're back, that we talked about that just yesterday. A lot of people are getting the word slowly because we haven't done any marketing other than our social media. But we do get data and we see the numbers. And thank you all for sticking around and showing up and being part of what we're doing. It's great to be back, and we're happy to have you, Kennedy. Thanks for being here. So obviously prices are through the roof on everything. Nobody really knows what's going on with the economy other than I'm paying what for gas? My grocery bill's how much? It costs me how much? Kyle made a great one the other day. It costs me how much to go out to fast food?
Yeah.
And so the latest survey from YouGov asked people to list the things they've stopped buying or doing because they've become too expensive. Or not even just that, although that's obviously a big one, but also because nobody really knows where anything is headed. Like, is it going to get worse? It's been bad for a lot of people for too long, kind of thing. Because I went through the list, which we'll go through, and at first I'm like, well, and I acknowledge I've got it better than most, but there's things that I'm like holding off on. It's like, my barbecue's a mess. It does. I have to use the igniter doesn't work, and it's not the battery. Like, the igniter's shot, so I have to use a torch. The torch lighter, turn the gas on and put it between the grates, which is a big deal. It's annoying. But I want to get a new barbecue. Like, no, I'm going to wait because I don't know where all this is heading. And so they went out and they asked people, what have you stopped or what are you putting off? Or, like, concert tickets were named as top of the list. Not doing that. Yeah. That's a big ticket item. But we were making plenty of time for it. We were credit carding to see Taylor Swift and all these stadiums. Now, will the data back it up? Will these shows not sell? But people are saying, no, I'm not. No, concert tickets. I wonder about, like, the summer travel season. They've got TSA getting paid again, but are they gonna go out and they're gonna travel? There's so much angst and anxiety out there. And I find myself just buying less stuff in general.
Yeah, same here, man. That concert ticket's a good one to bring up because the only last concert I went to, I got free tickets to, and that seems like the only time I'm going to concerts lately because the prices are ridiculous. And kudos to the people there because the stadium's usually packed if it's a good concert, but they're getting ridiculously out of, like, the prices are just insane. The same thing with sports games too. And thank God there's this app I use and it gives you discount tickets, but you have to, like, wait for day of the game to like get them at a good price. So it makes it really hard to actually plan out and go out because now you're going to spend. So let's take a concert, for example. If you bring two people, a good seat's going to cost you $300 roughly. And that's for a, quote, good seat. That's not even a great seat. It's not front row. That's nothing. And then you got to add in the food and the beer and everything else that goes with it. And if you're eating there, you're easily going to spend close to $1,000 just for a night out.
Yeah, that brings up a good point because I think, to me, it's probably like Kings games. So, like, right now, Kings aren't doing too well. I'm sure people know that. And a lot of people are, like, calling you up. Hey, you want to go to the game? Hey, I got some free tickets. There's just a lot of that going around right now because not a lot of people want to go to the games. And even though I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun. One, they're starting kind of late. We get up pretty early. And then also, everything there is just so expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just would I rather go out somewhere and watch the game? Kind of. I'd rather do that and spend less money doing that, or go to the game, watch them most likely not win, and then spend $100 on like 4 Coors Lights and a fry.
Yeah, I had a drink there one time. It was a cocktail. It was a double, $42, no tip. I'm like, oh.
I've heard some crazy prices.
And in that example, that's a great example. Like the tickets to go to the game are free, and usually it's like, of course I'll go. But then you start to go, there's other stuff that I'm going to wind up paying for. I got a buddy. He's going through a divorce. He really wants. Hey man, can we just go out? I don't want to like go out and like pimp for chicks or anything. And so he brings up there's a chain steakhouse in America that just opened a new location in the Sacramento area recently called Fleming's. And he said, should we try out Fleming's? And I right away go into the same mode. I'm like, how about Outback? It's like, let's dumb it down a little bit solely for price. Fleming's is like an elevated Ruth's Chris, and I skipped right over Ruth's Chris, and I said, why don't we just do Outback and keep it capped for that same reason? It's like, as opposed to like $300 or $400 for the two of us to do apps and he's going to do drinks and all this. So I do think it's entering almost everybody's. If your last name isn't Bezos or Musk, it seems like it's entering everybody's mind at this point. And then depending on where you are with your family and paycheck to paycheck and all that, it gets lower and lower from. Because I know people are like, oh, you didn't get to go to a really nice steakhouse. You got to go to what I think is a nice steak. I know. But it's all relative. It is seemingly affecting everyone. One of the things that a lot of people mentioned in the survey were brand name snacks. We were just talking about Doritos is up to $7 a bag on average. So bad that Walmart is reducing the shelf space for these products, and a lot of people are just going with store brands. Yeah, I'll get you pretzels, but they're going to be the store brand because it's cheaper.
Well, yeah, even going like those discount grocery stores too. Like you're talking about the Doritos being $7 a bag. I find myself going to a bargain marketplace recently, and specifically for cereal, because their cereal is discounted like $2-3 a box, where opposed to like you go to a regular grocery store, you're paying upwards of $5 to $8 per cereal box. So it's nice that they have those stores. And same thing with shopping for clothes, man. I don't know if that's on your list. I'm showbizzing you a little bit, but God damn it, I find myself in a Ross all the time. I have a Macy's credit card. I used to go to Macy's all the time to get my clothes. And now not so much. Now I'm going to the other discount stores just to get my clothes done, because you can go there with $100 and get a good wardrobe set up for like a week. Can't do that anywhere else. Can't go to Nordstrom's or Macy's and do that. You might get an outfit for $100. Might.
So clothes for me goes on that barbecue list. I mean, I'm a clothes whore. I love clothes, but I just don't. I'm not buying anything. I don't need quote anything, so I'm just not buying them. But then you get like kids, they're getting out of school. They're gonna have to go back to school. I mean, there's certain people that really, people with kids don't have a choice because they grow and they grow out of their stuff. But then you start to, okay, well, we're gonna have to dumb down where we go. Secondhand stores, things like that, where these things are necessities. Your kid needs to wear clothing. They don't need to wear Nike. It's going to be a problem and a battle in the house, but all of these things coming into everybody's house what are you chuckling at over there?
I was just remembering back when I remember my parents. So they didn't do bad. We were not like ever super broke by any means, but we were middle class. And I remember like the times where it was a little harder financially was when my mom would have a friend bring over a big bag of clothes, and they were hand-me-downs, like, oh, hey, your cousin Brad used to wear this. He doesn't fit him anymore. So you want to go through this and pick out what your school clothes are going to be? I'm like, well, last year we were out at the outlets and I got to pick new skate shoes, and we got to go to Zoomies, another clothing store, and I got to get whatever the hell I want. Now I got to go through a trash bag and dig out these clothes from Brad? No.
Good lesson.
Yeah.
For times like these. Fast food did make the list for the same reason you said, Kyle. It's like, what you go through the drive-thru, like $25. How did this happen?
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
I don't know what's gotten into Taco Bell. I don't go there very often, but every time I do, I literally I'm like, is that the car behind me? Like,
No.
I'm like, is this the right order?
Dude.
It's like 2 items, 3 items, 17, $18, no soda. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
a Crunch Wrap was like $7,
Yeah.
and then the cheesy gordita Crunch almost $6 now, and I'm like, that used to be like $2.
Yeah, I'm always sticker shocked when I hear the number there.
There is this thing that we call the level of attrition. There's the point at which everything, in this case, becomes so expensive that the plurality or majority of people literally just stop buying it or stop going there or stop doing it. And we'll have to wait for the actual data to see where we're at, because you can't trust the media. You listen to the right-wing media, the economy's booming and everything's going to be fine and don't worry about it. As soon as Iran's over, you'll be paying 18 cents a gallon for gas. You listen to the left-wing media, we're basically in a depression. We're never going to get out of it. And so you can't trust any of that. So what we trust is our eyeballs. And things like, how much was a Crunchwrap?
Almost $7.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I think it gets to a point where, regardless of if you have the money or not, it's like, is this worth it? Like, I mean, do I feel like I'm getting screwed here? Because like that's a feeling that I don't love. So it doesn't matter if I love Crunchwraps or if I have as much money as I can ever want. It's like, am I getting ripped off here? And I feel like that's really like how I feel a lot of times.
I had an experience like that the other day. So I was running late to my bar job, and I was really hungry. And there's like one of those taqueria Mexican restaurants that has a drive-through. Went through it, shrimp quesadilla, 1 horchata. They said over the loudspeaker, $23. And I'm like, for 2 items? I know it's a shrimp quesadilla. Sure, it's shrimp. It's a little more pricey. But there's no way it should be anywhere close to $20. The horchata was probably $3 or $4. So there's no way. So when they told me that, I just would pull up to the window. And before they could even open, I just drove off. I'm like, I'm not paying $23 for that.
Well, and you do like Amazon. You can go into your account and you go to your orders, and then you can just reorder stuff that you've ordered previously. Things because I don't do the subscription thing because it never really pans out that I use it as often as it gets delivered. But like computer ink, but you can see what you paid for it last time, and then you see now you're like, Jesus Christ, it's the exact same brand. Supplements, same thing. I mean, I look at it, I go, my God, this has gone up 20, 30, 40% since the last time you bought them. And then Jeff, kind of your point of, there's another version of that, which is, do I need it? And so a lot of people are cutting back on things like a lot of this is habit stuff. They go out maybe in the morning on their way to work or whatever, they're getting gas, and they pop into the convenience store and they get some coffee. They're not doing that anymore. At least they say they're not doing it, because look, like one guy in the survey said, I just paid $5.60 for coffee from a normal size coffee from a machine in a gas station. I'm not doing that anymore.
And that's like the ghetto stuff. That's usually like $1.20.
Yeah, right.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow.
Other people say same thing with the name brands. We're not doing Doritos, sodas and drinks as well. We're just going to get you cola, the store brand cola.
Yeah, I saw 7-Eleven started their own new brand too. They have what's called 7 Select. And it looked tempting because all the other sodas were like almost $3-4 a pop, and those ones are sitting at $1.99. I'm like, tempting.
And that's where maybe you try it, and then do you go, ugh, I just wasted $2 because it sucks, or wow, what a find! This is just as good as the other stuff.
Oh, how's Shasta soda? Those things are usually cheap. You can't find them at most grocery stores, but goddamn, they're cheap and delicious. Never had a problem with those guys. Hopefully, they're still doing good during this economy and keeping their price low.
A lot of people, I mean, the joke, right, is that these clowns raise their rates every 2 months or whatever. They just did it again. A lot of people are saying, I'm done with Netflix. And whether it's Netflix by brand or I'm cutting back on streaming services, at some point, you go, I don't, what is it? Not like I want to give them advertisement or whatever, but there's this big campaign on TV right now. I see it on sports and I see it on news, so I don't know if everybody's seeing it. But it's this company where you basically link up to them, and they will go through and they can tell you all of your subscription services and help you cancel them and how much you're spending. To me, it's a little bit too like, well, I'm turning over a lot of information to this app.
And you do.
But,
yeah.
I mean, right? It's like they have access to everything, and they can cancel your subscriptions. But a lot of people, I saw a story. I didn't print it out because I didn't think it was going to be relevant to the show. Stupid me. They're booming because people are like, hey, they saved me $80 a month because I didn't know I had 3 DoorDash accounts, or that I'm renewing Norton virus protection that I haven't used in years and things like that, because people are going, and so they're doing the same thing with streaming. A lot of them are going, how often do we actually use insert streaming service here? And they're getting rid of it.
Especially if you have a lot of them. Like I have like a lot of the streaming services, and so like sometimes when you start thinking about how much did I actually spend, time did I spend watching this service, it wasn't that much.
That's why it's helpful to have other people's accounts. So like, I don't pay for Paramount. I don't pay for my, I pay for Hulu, Netflix, and my YouTube. I got the premium because I love it. But YouTube TV, I'm not paying for that one. And then Paramount, definitely not paying for that one. I think those are the main two. But it sucks because if you don't pay for them, because I had to cancel one of them. Oh, HBO Max, that was the one I had and then canceled. But something comes out and you're like, oh, I need to watch it.
Right.
And then you don't have it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, why
Right.
did I delete it?
Like when Ted Lasso comes back, I think I'll have to get Apple TV.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's one I don't
I think
have.
that's coming back, is it? I have to look that up.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But see, okay, so a couple of things. One, the other thing that sucks, to use Kyle's term, is that more and more companies are starting to adopt the Netflix policy, and they're cracking down on the ability for people to be able to use other names and passwords. And Netflix is the premium leader, where they're actually using location services to figure out you're not in the home that you're supposed to be in. You're not in the zip code, and the person that is using Netflix or whatever. And so they're starting to work those algorithms in. So I know it sucks that a company is asking to get the money they deserve, but that's coming along. And then the other thing too is like what you said, Jeff. You go through them, and I've done this. I've gone through every stream, because I think I have like every one of them. I think, and every goddamn one I have, I'm like, yeah, but there's always there's always a show that makes me. I mean, Apple TV actually, which for some reason is only like the 7th most popular. I think they have some of the best shows on. That one I wouldn't even consider getting rid of. Between Ted Lasso, Shrinking, this new golf show with Owen Wilson, Apple TV. No, I'm not. Oh, and they just came. The John Hamm show just came back. Your Friends and Neighbors. So that one would be solid. Netflix, gotta have Netflix, because it's Netflix, and because now they have the NFL on Christmas and other days. Which, by the way, is the only reason I have Amazon.
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't watch Amazon for shit. Their shows suck. Their movies suck. And if you do get a movie on Amazon Prime, usually that matters, you have to pay an additional, even though you're paying the highest price. But they got Thursday Night Football. They got playoffs.
Yep.
And it keeps going down the road, and there's always that one thing that gets you. Or, like you said, it comes back, and you go, oh, it's back. I got to get it now.
Yeah. And just to confirm, I did look up Ted Lasso is coming back this summer. So
Well, there you go. Nope. So you have to keep it. You have to keep your subscription.
As for like other things, like we said, it's not just things you're buying, but things you're doing. People are cutting way back on things that you can just do at home. You can do yourself. You haven't because it takes time, or it's a pain in the ass, or you're like, I just want somebody else to do it for me or to me. So women in particular, nail salon services are suffering because most women know how to do it at home. They'd rather just sit there and listen to Asian languages that they don't understand and have it done. But they can buy what they need. And car washes. People are washing their cars at home.
Yep.
There was a time we all lived in a place where you had to do that. We didn't have a lot of car washes you go to. Now people are just getting out the hose and realizing you can use dish detergent in a bucket and wash your own car.
I've been doing this lately too. Yeah, I've had to cut back on the car wash. I used to go to a place, and I never signed up for the monthly subscription, because you can do that. You can pay like $30-$40 a month to get car wash. But some months you barely wash your car because it's raining and it's cold. And there's no point to it. But now the weather's warming up, it seems a little better, but I don't want to sign up for it because that's another bill. And you know what? It just, like you said, everybody's cutting back right now, and you have to cut back where you can. So I found myself washing my car the other day, and it wasn't that bad because I got a workout in. I felt accomplished about it, and it was easy. Yeah, I got some dish soap, and then thank God I had some car cleaning supplements in my garage still from a while ago, and I busted those out. I made a good like little morning afternoon about it, and it, like I said, it gave me that sense of accomplishment, and it felt good to actually clean the car. So,
and that's how you got to look at those things. There's all sorts of positives to that example. You didn't even mention you got your vitamin D. You're outside.
Yep.
You're getting it. All those other things, because that's all. Because as opposed to the feeling you get if you don't have the subscription or whatever, and you go to the car wash place and you see this amount of money they're charging you to wash your car, and like, I could have gone to fast food for that amount. For that amount of money, because everything's costing the same.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
The first time Corey walked into my home, I came around the corner, extended my right hand to shake it, and said to him, "Wow, you're big." And that would be Corey from quickdumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong intentionally. Quick, Q-U-I-K dumpsters.com. That's quickdumpsters.com. Corey's yet another maggot launching his own locally owned and operated business, and boy, did I need him, and really we all do. Things pile up, you get frustrated, you keep saying, "We need to make a dump run." Pretty soon it's more than a dump run, and now you need to rent a truck or have one of those ugly upside down box cars parked in front of your house that you fill up yourself. Or you do like I did, you call Corey at quickdumpsters.com. In my case, my house had fallen into complete disarray as my late wife Christina had lost her 2-year battle with congestive heart failure, and amongst the many things left were gathering her things and finding what to donate and what had to just go in that pile of stuff where we were both going, why did we ever buy this? And it all could have been so overwhelming had Corey not just walked in, taken charge, and removed dozens of boxes of total junk, unusable dog kennels, desks that were falling apart, a worthless old smoker that couldn't be fixed, bag after bag of crap, and I can't remember what else. He was quick, spelled wrong, Q-U-I-K, quiet and clean. Well, he wasn't clean. I mean, he was. But I'm not commenting on his hygiene. I meant that his work was clean. He swept everything when he was done, and the house looked like he'd never even been there. Corey's the real deal, and I couldn't be more proud and happy to call him a brand new advertiser. His story's incredible, his dedication unmatched, and his motivation to succeed larger than he is, and that's saying something. Quotes are free. You don't even have to have them over to your house. Just send him some pics or videos, and you'll get your price, schedule your day and time, and watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Go to quickdumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, dumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, dumpsters.com.
Remember, Kyle's Food Factor airs every Tuesday and Thursday right after America's RAD Cast. And on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's Rob's Soapbox. In other words, just stay here, and we'll keep you entertained until 11 when the Rob and Steve Sports Show starts at 11 here on the radnetwork.com.
If you've never heard of microseal, let me tell you what it isn't. It is not a really small marine mammal. Get it? A microseal? Oh, fine. Just ask AI. AI describes microseal this way, with a bunch of AI words. Microseal is a premium, eco-friendly, and biodegradable fabric protection spray that penetrates deep into fibers to provide permanent stain, soil, and sun fade resistance for rugs, furniture, and delicate fabrics. It uses nanotechno blah blah blah, and blue 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 blue. What AI is trying to say is that microseal is non-toxic, non-allergenic, safe for pets and children, and, although AI doesn't say this, it should, you need to contact a longtime maggot Joel from AdvantageSteam.com right now to get him to apply microseal for you. You can even make appointments online at AdvantageSteam.com. We've had microseal for years at Williams Manor, and it treats a lot more than carpets. Microseal protects virtually all fibrous materials, including wool, cotton, silk, suede, leather, and synthetic fabrics. It protects upholstery, carpets, rugs, draperies, and clothing, including wedding dresses. And ladies, you're going to need what? 3 or 4 of those in your lifetime. And it protects against stains, moisture, and UV degradation without changing the texture. Also, if you're an interior designer, Joel has a special program just for you, and all you have to do is say the password, which is what? What? There's no password, I guess. Never mind. Whoever you are, contact Joel at AdvantageSteam.com. And if you're an interior designer, tell him, I guess. I don't know. That's AdvantageSteam.com, where you'll learn more about microseal and everything else that Joel offers. At AdvantageSteam.com, that's AdvantageSteam.com, AdvantageSteam.com.
If the daily episodes of America's RAD Cast leave you thinking, I want more of Rob ranting about stupid people, government overreach, and how the body positivity movement has led fatties to being proud of their cholesterol levels being above those of a sloth who thinks rolling over while sleeping is a form of exercise, then we've got just the thing for you. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, stick around right after America's RAD Cast and enjoy Rob's Soapbox. You can listen to the absurdity, passion in his voice, and you can watch to see when that vein on his left temple tries to run and make a break for it. Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who know they're right, but need someone to tell them why. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RAD Cast. Only at the radnetwork.com.
America's RADcast continues next, only on the radnetwork.com.
Thursday morning means another edition of Kyle's Food Factor. It drops at 10 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday at the radnetwork.com. So if I understand this, this Doritos and Ruffles flavor swap, so these are Doritos that are using Ruffle flavors and vice versa?
Correct, yeah. Even Cheetos got in the game, too.
So those will be tried. Some new Pepperidge Farm Milano flavors. The Parmesan Ranch that we talked about yesterday from Hidden Valley, which Kyle kind of let the cat out of the bag on that one. But if you didn't hear it, you get to see his reaction. And then new sour soda gummies are all featured today on Kyle's Food Factor. It can be anything from trying new products like this to, on Tuesday, he did a big ramen thing, a ramen day based around Saturday was ramen day, or trying gross stuff that goes viral, things like that. So the Food Factor's up today, 10 a.m. every day, every Tuesday and Thursday at theradnetwork.com. We have the Rob and Steve Show at 11 a.m., 11 to 1. That's every weekday as well. It is, so we're about a quarter of the way through the year. We're in April, so we got the first 3 months out of the way. So it is time to declare the first official huge trend of 2026. We may even have our word of the year already. 2026 is the year of whimsy.
I've never used it. Whimsy?
You know what it means?
I know what it means. It's not my vocabulary. I don't even know.
It's a fruity word.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as we continue to try to get canceled today, it is a fruity word. I don't think I've ever said, "Oh, I'm feeling whimsy today." But so, how would you define it, Kyle?
Whimsy, loosey goosey, kind of free, just whatever. Yeah, just
You got it.
yeah, got it.
The way they came up with this is that Google says searches for the word whimsy are at an all-time high. Whimsy goals. Everything's got to be a goddamn goal. How to add more whimsy to your life. Well, here's one way. Stop Googling how to add whimsy to your life, because that's not very whimsical.
Right.
Yes, it's about being more carefree. This to me sounds like one of those New Year's resolutions lists where every year, well, I'm going to drink less and eat healthy. And so, of course, wouldn't we all like to be more carefree? Okay, great. Yes, it's good to let go of a lot of stuff, but in the end, the definition is officially defined this way. Behavior that is unusual, playful, and unpredictable, rather than having any serious reason or purpose behind it. So they're going a step further to me than just carefree. They're going full on spontaneous and no reason or purpose behind it. Okay, I think they're right. That can be fun out of nowhere.
I think carefree is a better word, though. Or at least I feel like it makes a better sense to me that people will be searching for that. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are looking for that.
Yeah.
But using the word whimsy is kind of, I didn't know that it was that popular.
If you really want to feel more whimsical, maybe go talk to your doctor and get antidepressants and see how that works for you.
What I love is the... Oh, you have personal experience?
I do. Yeah, I do.
See, my problem with the medical route is that it takes so long. Well, it can sometimes knock it out of the park with one, but to get the right, what's the politically correct term now? Mood stabilizer, right? There's like all if they screw up the first couple, you have even worse effects. And you don't become whimsical.
Yeah. Do you go to the doctor and say, I want to be more whimsical?
No, I didn't. No, I said I said it in a darker, sadder way, and he said, "Oh, well, I got this thing called Lexapro. How about we put you on this?" And then whimsical it was for a good 6 months.
Good for you. You got to know your audience, because if you go to the doctor and say you want to be whimsical, they think you're just drug surfing for Adderall, so they're not going to give it to you. You got to go in and
I want to be whimsical, like I am at the raves that I go to. Can you help me get that way?
What I love is the dichotomy here of influencers are using the whimsy thing hand to hand with having a more analog lifestyle. So less time online and more time doing stuff in real life. So you have people who make their living online who are then trying to encourage you to live a more analog lifestyle and be more whimsy. So we're spending our time being less whimsy by watching them, telling us to be more whimsy. This would be like us telling people to watch fewer podcasts. It makes right? It makes no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Very counterproductive.
right. It's the typical. Oh well, he said it, so I'm going to be more whimsical. So I'm going to go watch another video that tells me to be more whimsical, and pretty soon the sun is going down.
A lot of these influencers, they do like pride themselves on being these like life coaches, which I don't really get. You know, like I don't know if you want Kyle as your life coach, but if you do, he got some good advice for you.
He'll be honest. That's for damn sure.
Well, apparently at the top of his list for being a life coach is go get Lexapro.
It's the first step.
Okay, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I'm a bartender as well, so part of that includes being a therapist. Oh my gosh, there's this one customer. I'm not gonna give him any names, but dude has the best life. Hot wife, 5 kids, has his own business, angry at the world, hates everybody, hates everything. And he told me, he's like, he's all, I don't know why I'm so angry all the time. I'm like, I don't know why either, man. It seems like you have the world made for you. Like people would be stoked to have your life, and yet you're over here crying about it. He's like, what do I do? I'm like, you should go get antidepressants.
There you go. Kyle the life coach.
Whatever the solution is, it does drive home the point that I'm always trying to preach to people. First of all, nobody really knows what's going on with someone based on the outward presentation. Whether they're trying to use social media to look like they have a great life, or you just get to know somebody like, wow, look at this guy. He's got it all going on. Great career. He's got money. Seems like he has a happy family. You don't really know what's really going on inside of his head or his world or whatever. And again, regardless of what the solution is, the other thing is, it doesn't matter. Maybe you can yourself feel like you've got everything together. You're with the right person. You do or don't have kids because you want them. You do or don't have pets for the same reason. You travel because you want to. Like everything seems like you got it going on. And guess what? Life will still hit you. And it doesn't even have to be a life event. You know, oh shit, our dog has a tumor. We have to put him down. Still sucks. Doesn't matter, this great life I have still sucks. But it can also be shit rearing its head from your childhood that just you're not even aware of. And or it can be the pressures of the world. This guy, if he's, depending on how successful is, might be angry just at how hard it is for him to maintain his being successful.
Yeah, there's something to that, man.
Is the answer. Apparently,
it is.
Sounds like right now he's using alcohol. That's, another attempt that a lot of us make.
Yeah, and I had to do the same thing. You guys both know I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm working the bar job. I'm up late at night, and then I'm up early in the morning coming here and doing the show, and then there's production with it as well. And, man, it was getting to me mentally, and I was, like, looking back, and I had to take a pause. I'm like, okay, I have the best bartending job. It's a cool job. I have this cool podcasting job as well. And, I've got the good girlfriend. I've got the good condo. I've got the car I wanted. I've got a cool cat. And I had to sit back and go, all right, my life is pretty good. So what if I'm busy? I'm getting stressed out. But there's so many other things about my life that are great. And it cheered me up really quick. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Everybody's got their bullshit to deal with. Just chill out. You got it better than most, homeboy.
Exactly. Taking stock is very important. And then also recognizing, and there's a balance to that. There's a lot of people that have it worse than I do. That's true, without a doubt. But you can always find somebody that has it worse than you. And that doesn't mean that your problems don't matter, that your problems aren't real. That, just because you're mad at whatever you're mad at in that really good existence of yours doesn't make it less appropriate for you to be mad or sad or upset. But it is good to remember, boy, that guy under the bridge that I saw yesterday, he would love to be mad at what I'm mad at. And that's the constant balance. And most of us in America, especially, we do run to something like Lexapro, alcohol, ecstasy, who knows what, because it's easier and it's more affordable in most cases, and it's less time consuming than therapy or other things. And a lot of us are afraid of that, and on it goes. But yeah, the online life coaches, back to Jeff, the way you started this, a lot of this stuff online, I'm like, well, what are the qualifications of this human? What makes you a life coach? Because everything is fake online.
Right.
Everything is, at least if you go to a therapist, you can see the diplomas.
Right.
Not that makes them great,
No.
but at least okay, well, you have some training. as opposed to you figured out how to hook up an iPhone to a ring light and then put stuff out online. And all power to them, good for them. I'm glad they're making money and all that. But I'm like,
Yeah, no, I never
heard this
understood how some people, not that you can't enjoy someone teaching you or someone being a role model to you online, but how some of these people are very like almost obsessed, or like, they're I watch, again, I go back to like my true crime stuff where you have these coaches that turn out to be absolute monsters, and take advantage of these people, and I'm like, how did you get so dedicated to this person? They don't seem very official. Like, there's no point of anything I've seen where I'm like, oh yeah, this person's gonna make me go, hey, can I give you thousands and thousands of dollars every month to teach me how to live my life a little bit better? I never understood that.
and history's littered with examples of that, right? What was the Jonestown with Jim Jones or whatever? You find somebody who says all the right things and makes you feel better about yourself. You follow them, whether you're giving them money or you're just following everything they say or do, and pretty soon you're drinking punch and poisoning yourself. I mean, if you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. Ew. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and micro-sealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right after America's RAD Cast, Rob decides he has more to say about the subjects that truly matter. Like how sexual role play is an instant indicator that you are destined for either the Catholic priesthood or the next Epstein Island. Or why adults who use ketchup shouldn't be allowed to vote, drive, or reproduce. And the fact that he supports instant gender reassignment surgery for any man who doesn't like sports. Ah, yes. The stuff that really matters. Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who feel superior, and they just need it explained to them why. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RADcast, only at theradnetwork.com.
The first time Corey walked into my home, I came around the corner, extended my right hand to shake it, and said to him, "Wow, you're big." And that would be Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong intentionally. Quick, Q-U-I-K Dumpsters.com. That's QuickDumpsters.com. Corey's yet another maggot launching his own locally owned and operated business, and boy, did I need him, and really we all do. Things pile up, you get frustrated, you keep saying, we need to make a dump run. Pretty soon it's more than a dump run, and now you need to rent a truck or have one of those ugly upside-down box cars parked in front of your house that you fill up yourself. Or, you do like I did, you call Corey at quickdumpsters.com. In my case, my house had fallen into complete disarray as my late wife Christina had lost her 2-year battle with congestive heart failure, and amongst the many things left were gathering her things and finding what to donate, what had to just go in that pile of stuff where we were both going, why did we ever buy this? And it all could have been so overwhelming had Corey not just walked in, taken charge, and removed dozens of boxes of total junk, unusable dog kennels, desks that were falling apart, a worthless old smoker that couldn't be fixed, bag after bag of crap, and I can't remember what else. He was quick, spelled wrong, Q-U-I-K, quiet and clean. Well, he wasn't clean. I mean, he was. But I'm not commenting on his hygiene. I meant that his work was clean. He swept everything when he was done, and the house looked like he'd never even been there. Corey's the real deal, and I couldn't be more proud and happy to call him a brand new advertiser. His story's incredible, his dedication unmatched, and his motivation to succeed larger than he is, and that's saying something. Quotes are free. You don't even have to have them over to your house. Just send him some pics or videos, and you'll get your price, schedule your day and time, and watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Go to quickdumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, dumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, dumpsters.com.
Remember that today will be yesterday tomorrow. Think about it, maggots. You can't argue with logic. Call America's RAD Cast at 888-587-5355.
Got a couple emails here into RAD Cast at the radnetwork.com. We were talking about things that people are cutting back on because of the economy, things that they're not doing or they're doing themselves or they're not buying. One of them on there was getting your car washed as opposed to just washing your own car. Kyle was talking about doing it recently. You get out there, you're outside, you get your vitamin D, you feel a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Yeah,
No,
it's a
and
nice
you usually
luxury.
do a better job. You usually do a better job at it than a regular car wash would too, because they miss spots when you come through out of the car wash. At least you personally can go there and scrape off the little crusties that the car wash would never get.
And this is that lesson our parents try to teach all of us. That's because it's yours. You care. Nobody cares about your car more than you do. So you're going to do a better job. This email says, washing your own car is super easy, but if you must use soap, because I had said, people have figured out you can just use dishwashing soap. He says, or she says, use laundry detergent.
Oh,
It
really?
won't strip the wax away from the paint. Okay.
It works
Did not
better,
know
huh? Oh, all right.
Sure.
Why not? We've got plenty of it.
Obviously, liquid laundry detergent. The powder wouldn't work, would it?
Yeah, you have to
No.
stir it up. You have to get it dissolved in there. Otherwise, yeah, I'd probably go take it and swipe across and scratch up your car. Oops.
Then we got this one from Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
We were talking about that balance of having perspective, and Kyle was talking about, okay, I'm upset or I'm annoyed about something, but I've got all of this. I've got a condo I own, I've got a girlfriend, I've got a life, I've got a cat I love, etc. And as I said, there's a balance between all that. Andrea says, I say amen to Kyle. My favorite saying is, you can't complain there's too much on your plate when the goal was to eat.
True. Yeah.
I'm a business owner, a mother, a wife. I own my own home at 35, and when I'm stressed or overwhelmed, that's the saying that I say to myself. Good. I mean, whatever works for all of us, but again, don't get me started on philosophical crap. It'll be the end of the show, like literally and figuratively, because I'll just keep going on it. Because it's like everything else in life, moderation, as I was saying in the previous segment. It is great to understand you have got it better than most. It is great to understand you've achieved all this stuff. 35-year-old homeowner, mom, wife, business owner, that's great. That doesn't mean that what is upsetting you doesn't matter and shouldn't be honored or validated is, the word. And just because other people in life have it so much worse, they wish that they could have your problems, doesn't mean your problems aren't real. And that's what you've got to always, you know, constantly kind of evaluate over. All right, I'm pissed off about this. Is it legitimate, or am? Because there are times you're just being a crybaby or a drama queen, and so that's a good time to start with. No, it's just this. I really don't need to be pissed off about this. And then there's others like, yes, God damn it, I realize that somebody that doesn't even have DirecTV isn't pissed off that I've just had to interrupt my show because I had to restart the whole thing, but it's an important show that I'm recording for my job, and now I got to go back and I find it's a real problem for me. Is it a real problem for most Americans? No, but it's real for me. And then you get over it, kind of thing. A new here's it kind of sort of related. Jesus, Sarge, my 4-year-old Labrador just made his way into my studio here.
Hi, Sarge.
He rotates. He's got his big fat head on my thigh right now. Sometimes he'll sleep in the studio. Sometimes he'll sleep out on the sofa. And every now and then, like today, he was out on the sofa. He walked in and he plopped his head, and I pet him, and then I realized my hand is covered in black lab hair. It's that shedding time, right? Spring.
Yeah.
So there's hair everywhere. The other reason sometimes he walks in is because he has to poop. So if you hear a bark in a moment, Sarge, you got to shit. One of my favorites. So I always bring up studies. We've kind of alluded to them a few times. The studies that come out, people change everything, and then you find out 10 years later, okay, we were wrong. Coffee's really good for you. Eggs are really good for you. Nope, coffee's bad. Eggs are bad. Things like that. The other thing are the obvious, like I didn't need this study. This is a study that was published in the National Academy of Sciences last month.
Oh, official.
People, yeah, right? I mean, this is a big deal. This is like, we spent some time on this. Sometimes you find out, too, they spent government money doing it. I don't know if that's the case in this. Either way, here's their very exciting conclusion. Groundbreaking.
Okay.
People who make your life more difficult may be aging you faster.
Yeah. Oh, good.
No shit. Of course. They're called toxic people. Yes, they will drag you down. Oh, my God. Researchers found that people... And they gave them a name, hasslers. They're a hassle.
Not bad.
People with more hasslers in their life, or those who create problems or make life more difficult, have a higher biological age compared to their actual chronological age. They whether or not they're right, the medical industry has figured out, okay, you're 50 years old. Here's what your biological numbers should look like for a 50-year-old. And sometimes they'll come to you and go, Jesus Christ, you're biologically, you're a 66-year-old. We got to change something. Or they'll say, biologically, you're 40. You're doing great. And now they're saying, those are like medical doctors. And now they're bringing in with this study the hasslers, the hassler effect, because the way it eats at you. The study even accounted for several other factors like your occupation, adverse childhood experiences, your habits, like do you smoke, do you drink, your economic impact. So same thing, we were just talking about this. It accounted for, doesn't matter how well you're doing, how much money you have, your reported level of a hassler will age you, will eat at you. It's a cancer. The impact of negative social ties remained significant according to the study. Hasslers associated with adverse mental and physical health outcomes like depression, anxiety, and even higher body mass index, because the way a lot of people deal with the stress of having hasslers in their life, they eat, they drink, they get unhealthy, they stop exercising because they're all twisted up in knots over this person that's a hassler in their life, and they don't have the ability to get rid of the hassler or control them or put in boundaries or whatever. Yeah. Duh. Oh. This is not groundbreaking, but I suppose some people needed to hear it, sort of thing.
Oh, man, it's so good to be honest with those people too. Maybe this is maybe not the best example, but bartending, I'm thinking of a few people that remind me of being a hassler. One in particular, we'll just keep his name anonymous and name him Dipshit. That's what he is. And he comes in with a problem every day. There's always a problem. He just divorced his wife. His kids hate him. He doesn't want to improve anything. He constantly does drugs and drinks to kind of cope with everything. and it's not making his life any better. And he's sitting there and he's moping about everything all the time. And I just call him out on his crap. Every time he complains about it, I just throw in a fact. I'm like, well, maybe if you didn't sit here and drink and you actually went and played with your kids and took them out to the park, maybe they wouldn't hate you so much. Maybe your wife would have stayed with you, bro. But see, now I'm just getting angry about it, just even talking about it. And I can feel the lines in my head making their impact on there. And that's what I'm going to be when I'm old. I'm going to have all these little lines on my forehead because of you, dipshit.
Now you know what to call them. Yeah, they're Hassler lines or they're dipshit lines. And you're right, it does feel good for us, like, to project that, but it, like dipshit, I assume he's never responded properly. He hasn't changed it.
No, he gets pretty angry, and then he lashes out and tells you what's wrong with your life too. You know, he's just all around just a great person.
Oh, see, that's next level Hassler. So it's one thing to just like tell you, well, you don't understand, you know, leave it at that or whatever. Every now and then you'll come across one, and if you present it in the right way for that person, they'll go, yeah, you're right, I should. But the ones who just absorb everything you're saying about their problems and then go, oh yeah, well, what about you? You're doing this wrong and that wrong and this wrong. Are you happy to be a bartender at your age, or whatever they come up with?
Oh yeah, they throw that in my face. Oh yeah.
Well, and of course, hopefully your answer is, yeah, actually, I really am. I really like this job. It's actually really fun.
Yeah, actually, I make quite a bit of money. Thanks for your tip.
That's the kind of shit that really screws with them, because they're such hasslers. They're so unhappy with everything going on. They don't believe anyone can be happy, and they need people. They need you to be unhappy, and so they're going to go home and they're going to tell somebody that they hate, because they hate everybody. Yeah, that ass at the bar tried to tell me he likes being a bartender. Nobody likes being a bartender.
Oh yeah. No, they'll tell it to the other bar patron sitting there. You'll come around bringing in a food order and hear them talking crap about you right around the corner. And you're like, yeah.
Jesus.
Dude, yeah, it's toxic sometimes.
My God.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
Kyle's Food Factor airs Tuesdays and Thursdays right after America's RAD Cast and before the Rob and Steve Sports Show. You might say it's perfectly sandwiched between the two. Get it? Sandwiched. Good Lord. This is the show where curiosity meets questionable decision-making. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Kyle willingly and sometimes confidently eats something weird, wild, or flat-out disgusting, all in the name of entertainment. Exotic delicacies, viral food trends, gas station why does this exist creations, mystery items with labels you can't pronounce. Nothing is safe, nor is it edited so you get real-time reactions, honest taste tests, texture breakdowns you didn't ask for, and occasional gagging. But Kyle's Food Factor isn't just about gross outs. It's about adventure, about pushing limits, about asking, should we? And immediately answering, yes. It's Kyle's Food Factor because someone has to try it. Every Tuesday and Thursday, right after America's RAD Cast, and anytime at theradnetwork.com.
It's that time of the year again, spring cleaning time. Much like New Year's resolutions, spring cleaning is something we swear we're going to get to and then we never follow through on. And one of the reasons is how overwhelming it can be. You start to clean up, and then pretty soon you realize you have way more trash than you can just throw into your bins and put at the curb for the garbage company. You have enough junk that you need to make a half dozen trips to the dump, and then you go, oh, we don't even own a truck. Nor do you have the time or the energy, so you just say screw it again and no spring cleaning. So this year, call my man Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong on purpose. It makes him stand out. Plus, it makes you think of chocolate milk. QUIK Dumpsters.com. Quick Dumpsters, QUIK Dumpsters.com is their website. Corey and his team came to my house recently, hauled away dozens of boxes filled with just stone-cold trash, unusable and worthless old vacuum cleaners, appliances that couldn't be fixed, and just random crap from around the house. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is Q-U-I-K. We're in and out of my place in less than 30 minutes. They checked in with me multiple times to make sure they were taking the right stuff. They were friendly, kind, professional, and finished off the job by making the house cleaner than when they started. And this may be the best part. Quotes are free, and you don't even have to have them over to your house where you get the little sales pitch and all that. Just send them some pics or videos. You get your price, schedule your day and time, and you watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Basically, you have no excuses other than your own laziness. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. That's Q-U-I-K. Dumpsters. QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K Dumpsters.com.
When America's RADcast ends on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, if you think to yourself, I need Rob to dive deeper into the upcoming election, explain to me again why leftover pizza should be left out overnight. And once again, go through the virtues of turning your underwear inside out and wearing it for a second straight day, then we have just the thing for you. It's called shock therapy. But most insurance plans don't cover that. So instead, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, stick around right after America's RADcast and enjoy Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who know they're right, but only because Rob says so. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RADcast, only at theradnetwork.com.
If you go to AdvantageSteam.com, which you should, at the top of the page, you'll see the Services tab. Click on it, and you'll see that Advantage Steam does carpet and upholstery cleaning. They protect fabric and fiber. They clean and seal tile and grout. They polish natural stone. They clean rugs, especially those really nice ones from foreign countries. And they treat urine damage. And not just urine, but vomit and feces. Ew. Yuck. I assume if you need that service, you either have children or pets or you live in a frat house. But either way, they'll take care of you. Of course, Advantage Steam also applies MicroSeal. And if you don't know what that is by now, then you just suck. Joel is the local small business owner of AdvantageSteam.com. He's a lifelong maggot, and he's treated, cleaned, protected, polished, and microsealed the homes of countless members of the RAD team over the years, various RAD studios, and of course, Williams Manor. And I hate admitting this, but he is a genuinely really great, nice guy. In fact, if you tell him I said that, you'll get 0% off all services. So go to AdvantageSteam.com. Click on Make an Appointment, enter in your available dates and any comments, like maybe type, Rob said you're a really great, nice guy. Please give me 0% off. And they will get you all set up. Just go to AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com.
If you squeeze an orange, orange juice comes out. So what happens when you squeeze a dung beetle? Ew. Email the show with your answers. Oh, that's a really good idea. RADcast at theradnetwork.com.
We got this email into RADcast at theradnetwork.com. We're talking about a new survey about what things people are cutting back on, not buying, not doing. They're washing their own cars now. They're doing their own nails as opposed to going to salons. But then at stores, name brands are starting to suffer. Doritos are $7 a bag. Walmart has said, okay, you're not getting as much shelf space. That's way out of our price range. And sodas came up. And Tara wrote in.
Hi, Tara.
And said, Kyle, because I think Kyle asked this.
Tara.
They still have Shasta.
Yeah.
And it's still just as delicious and cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I know this because we have 4 teenagers in the house, and we've had to get creative with our spending. She's right. Shasta is an active brand of soda. It's owned by the National Beverage Corp. They own LaCroix as well. 30 different flavors, most popular cola, cream, and tiki punch. So, yes.
Yeah. That Shasta Tiki Punch, we can get a sponsor for them. I would heavily endorse it. I love the Shasta Tiki Punch.
Let's do some entertainment news.
Overture, curtain and lights. It's time for entertainment news.
So, for some reason yesterday, CNN tried to kill Michael J. Fox. Actually, it was Tuesday. Yes.
What?
On Tuesday, CNN posted a memorial article and video remembering Michael J. Fox. He's not dead.
What?
Michael's reps quickly denied his death, saying he's doing great, noting that he was actually just at a major media event where he was giving interviews. And this is, remember I was talking, with the Artemis 2, the rocket that's out in space and stuff. We're talking about how a lot of journalists and reporters, they root for horrible things, or they plan for them and they prepare for them. It is true. Major media outlets, they get a jump on producing obituaries and memorial pieces for certain celebrities. Like, every outlet from Entertainment Tonight Weekly to TMZ to CNN to Fox News, they've got it ready for Clint Eastwood. You get to a certain point, they're like, we got to be ready for this. And
right.
so they've got one for Michael J. Fox, but in doing so, they risk accidentally posting them prematurely. That's what CNN did. They issued a statement saying, quote, "The package was published in error. We have removed it and send our apologies to Michael J. Fox and his family." So you get these fake death things on social media. This one, it's like CNN. Oh my God, Michael J. Fox is an American treasure. Michael J. Fox posted himself that he was doing okay, and he wrote, quote, "How do you react when you turn on the TV and CNN is reporting your death? Do you A, switch to MSNBC or whatever they're calling themselves these days? B, pour scalding hot water on your lap, and if it hurts, you realize you're fine? C, call your wife. Hopefully she's concerned but reassuring. D, relax. They do this once every year. Or E, ask yourself, what the fuck? I thought the world was ending, but apparently it's just me, and I'm okay. Love, Mike." So he's still got his humor about
Okay.
it.
Can you refresh my memory? Who is Michael J. Fox? Is he old?
Back
is he
to the
elderly?
Future.
Okay, so is
Back
he?
to the
He's
Future.
he's the kid, right? Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Oh, does he have
he's got-
issues? Besides
has-
the fact that he's
yes,
married
very
to Sarah
advanced
Jessica
Parkinson's.
Parker.
Very advanced Parkinson's disease.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
really,
Okay,
really
so
bad.
that would be why. It's not like they're plotting like to assassinate him by any means, and somehow that got leaked.
No, in and of itself, if he didn't have Parkinson's, I don't think at this point they would have an obituary package ready for him. But he's had a few scares, and he is, to a lot of people of a certain age, a national treasure, and so they put it together and they have it in the vault. And it always comes down to that. It's like age, health issues. Like, nobody had Matthew Perry's ready. Even
Right.
though he had a history of drug use, it's not like they were thinking, oh, he's ready to go at any time. Chuck Norris, they were ready, even though he seemed super healthy, but he was what, 87, 88, and that's usually how they nobody has Taylor Swift's obituary ready. Those kind of things.
I gotcha. Okay, well, the whole Michael J. Fox story is a little shaky then. I gotcha.
Nice. Good. It's been like 45 minutes since we worked in a potential canceling comment. I actually met Michael J. Fox once.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you shake his hand?
He was at, I didn't have to. He was at Home Depot, and I just gave him my can of paint, and then I didn't have to wait around for them to mix it up. I love Michael J. Fox,
Yeah.
so
I'm a
I
big
can
fan of
tell
Michael
that
J.
joke.
Woo.
And by the way, Michael J. Fox, if he's listening this or hears this or sees this when the cancel campaign comes out, he'll laugh at that. He
Excellent.
will laugh at that joke. All of that. All right, Saturday Night Live has revealed the full lineup of hosts and musical guests for its final shows of the season. They had Jack Black last weekend. Of course, this weekend they have household name Coleman Domingo as the host.
Who's that?
And then they take 2 weeks off and they finish their season. They always end towards the end of May, and then they come back late September. So, and we've had the discussion, the host elevates the cast or does it. Jack Black did, although the first 25 minutes were a little rough, and after that it got kind of funny. On May 2nd, Olivia Rodrigo will perform double duty as host and musical guest. It's the pop star's third time on the show as musical guest. Her first time serving as host. This is always dicey when you do the musical guest and the host thing. You're really rolling the dice. I don't know a lot about Olivia Rodrigo's personality. Can she pull it off? I don't know.
I don't know her
Trying to
either.
remember.
Is she
Ariana
cute?
Grande did okay
Okay.
last year. Of course, if she's cute, that has anything to do with whether or not she can pull it off.
Oh, I hope she pulls it off.
Then the following week, May 9th, my arch nemesis, Matt Damon, will host his third time hosting. he'll probably do fine. He'll probably elevate the cast to a certain level. I just don't like Matt Damon. Unless he's in certain movies like Air or The Departed, then I really like him. I have an issue. I should probably talk about that at therapy. But this goes back to what Kyle was talking about. Do I really need to talk to... Is today Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, it's therapy day. Do I really need to spend my hour talking about Matt Damon, or should I deal with other demons? I always go with other demons on that one.
How big of a problem is it, though?
So did you like those movies, or did you like Matt Damon in those movies? I know Departed, he gets his head shot off. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Whoa! Spoiler alert! That's
Yeah.
at the end.
I haven't seen it. Thanks, Jeff.
Sorry about that.
God.
So, okay, I would say I tolerated him in The Departed. And he did do a good job. That's such an ensemble movie. Jack Nicholson,
Right.
Leo. I mean, there's so many. Alec Baldwin, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I have seen it.
He didn't interfere with the movie at all. In Air, I think I actually did like him. Like, I liked his character. He does this amazing speech that wins over Michael Jordan in the boardroom of Nike. That's what the whole thing is about. Obviously, he didn't write the speech, but he performed it like a champ. So I did like him in those things. But there's so many other things. I think I'm just soured on him that I never liked Good Will Hunting. I don't think I've liked anything other than Air that he did with Ben Affleck. I just don't like.
Oh yeah,
the
and
guy.
he's a racist too.
He's got borderline issues on a personal front that a lot of people have heard about on a variety of subjects, and that's one of the questionable ones. So you got Olivia Rodrigo on May 2nd, Matt Damon on May 9th, and then for their season finale, I mean, this is the setup for a great Saturday Night Live episode. If they stick to tradition, last episode of the season, they'll do that weekend update thing where Colin Jost and Michael Che will write punchlines for each other that they haven't seen. Always hysterical. So you got that going for you. Musical guest, love him or hate him, he can't do much bigger these days than Paul McCartney is going to be on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And on May 16th, the host of SNL will be Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I like Will Ferrell.
That'd be a good one.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a really good
They-
one.
Hopefully
Saving the
he
best for
brings his
last,
Ron
for sure.
Burgundy and gets that out there. Man, he's funny.
You know what sucks? Apparently they think they can, and I guess they can't because Alex Trebek is dead, but they can't have him do the Jeopardy thing that he was always hysterical at, but he was playing Alex Trebek.
Right.
And
That was a favorite of mine too.
It might be a good homage, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You think it's just too far
Yes.
gone right now?
Yeah.
But no, they could do it. Everybody still remembers Trebek, and I mean that if that is you go to YouTube and you like binge watch like 9-minute clips, that is like your cheek hurts, fall down funny stuff. When he was doing that, just do it in heaven if you have to.
If he does Trebek, do you think? Because I always thought it was really funny. The guy that played Sean Connery. I don't know the cast member. I don't remember his name exactly. But do they have to bring him back to do it?
Of course, well, because they're all dead. See, that's why you can do it in heaven.
Oh, there you
You
go.
bring back Sean Connery.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. There you go.
Pick a couple other. Is Burt Reynolds still alive? He was always funny. You put him on there.
Chris
They
Farley.
can do it. Do they have somebody that plays Chris Farley?
Yeah, no, they don't. No, he's
don't
too
think so.
fat.
He's too.
If you're wondering, I just looked it up. Coleman Domingo. So this is Coleman Domingo. I don't know if you
Yes, and
recognize
he,
it.
and he
No.
he's going to. So he's got, what's the show? He's got some show that's in its 3rd season. But if you're not watching, you've never heard of him. And then he's going to break out because he's going to be part of what is it, the Spielberg movie or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
Later this year. Oh no! Oh, Michael Jackson. He's gonna play, right? Isn't he gonna play Michael Jackson's dad? I think.
Oh, that's right. That's what you did mention that. Okay. Yep.
But it's the most premature casting I've ever seen because right now he's not it, and then he will be it, presumably. And that's. But yeah. So Coleman Domingo is this weekend.
Okay.
All right. We've known for a long time. Late Show with Stephen Colbert will be over. On May 21st. According to CBS, it's being canceled due to a combination of severe financial pressures in the late-night television market and shifting economies, and it's purely a financial decision. Again, we can't just tell the goddamn truth. I'm not a Colbert fan.
Nope.
I always liked Colbert when he was doing the Colbert Report after the Daily Show and the comic. And that bit was he was playing Bill O'Reilly. Over the top. I just didn't realize that he was so left-wing that then it would transfer over to the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And so I watched him for a while, And then all of his jokes just became Trump's an idiot. Trump's an idiot. It wasn't even funny. I don't care about Trump. I fine, make fun of him all you want, but be creative. So I stopped watching him. And the reason that he's losing his show is not any of what CBS is citing. It's because the Ellison family has bought CBS, Paramount, etc. David and his dad, David and his dad, Larry Ellison, are regular visitors of the White House, and this is part of Trump's pressure campaign on the media of, I don't like that guy. That guy talks too much shit about me. Get rid of him. Can we just be honest? That's all it is. Yes, the late show landscape is completely different now. That you've got 3 of them on 3 different networks, and the real reason, and Colbert makes fun of this now because I've gone back to watching him for his final couple months. The real reason on the financial front is that CBS couldn't do what NBC figured out how to do. CBS couldn't monetize all the YouTube clips, all the stuff that went online, because that's where most people are getting their stuff these days. Us not being on the radio. This is where people are getting their stuff. And CBS was like, we're too stupid to figure out how to make money. But they really canceled him because Ellisons love Trump and they didn't want Colbert on anymore. So he'll be gone on May 21st. As I said, I've been watching him for a couple. He's doing it. I think. Look, it's like John Oliver on HBO. I know going in, I'm going to get far left-wing humor. I'm not left. I'm not right. As long as I know where it's coming from, if it's funny and creative, I'll laugh. And I have been doing it. I think Colbert kind of lightened up here, knowing that's almost over. He's still ripping Trump a new one every night, but it's funny. It's creative. And they're having fun. So he'll be gone. And CBS, I love this pandering comment. They said, well, we're not going to get a new host for the Late Show because Steven, the guy we're firing for no reason, he's a national treasure, and it would just be insulting to him. So no more Late Show. Remember, it was Letterman and then Colbert. And now we know that it'll be replaced at 11:30 by this show called Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen. This thing's been airing after Colbert on CBS, and it's basically Byron Allen, who's a very accomplished producer, comedian, etc. Pretty funny guy. And he has 3 other comedians sitting around, and they basically all tell jokes.
Okay. Sounds
Problem
like
is they're
my
not funny. Yeah, except that it's not funny. You
It's
like
not?
things to be
Oh.
funny.
God damn it.
I've watched a few. No. He's not bringing on real comedians. It's not like he's got Bill Burr on.
Oh.
It's all these up and coming comedians. In fact, he is actually paying CBS for the time slot.
Whoa.
And then he and his agent are going to go out and try to sell the commercials because CBS is like, well, we want to pay you. So that's what you're going to get. So, in other words, news from the future. Both Jimmys, Fallon and Kimmel, their ratings are about to go up starting next fall when they have new shows. And Colbert's moving on. He's going to write some Lord of the Rings thing. He's obsessed with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was gonna.
So-
When I heard the news, I was like, "Oh, that that sucks for all the reasons that you just mentioned." But also, like, I mean, he's gonna land on his feet. He's gonna get a job somewhere.
I'm sure
He's
he'll
gonna
do something.
Yeah.
He looks like he should be retired.
What?
His
Why should he be
age, he looks
retired?
he looks like a librarian grandpa. He looks like he should be golfing every day and sitting on the beach.
Well, except he doesn't like to golf, and he's funny, so he should keep working if he wants to. So my understanding is, he's such an ageist. So he's spending the summer doing this Lord of the Rings thing that he's been working on forever. So it's screenplay. I don't know if it's a show, a series, whatever.
Probably
I don't
gonna suck.
do Lord of the Rings. He can do whatever he wants. If he wants to come back and do another Late Show, there's plenty of ways he can do it.
Right.
Whether he jumps to YouTube or another network or whatever, it'll just come down to what he does or doesn't want to do. It's so he's taking the summer off to do the Lord of the Rings thing.
Right. Isn't that what?
And it's not
Conan
like he needs the money. So
Conan did that, right? Didn't he go online? Like when he got let go? I think
Yeah.
he went like to a podcast or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with that guy from Fox, the right wing guy. God damn, I can't think of his name right now. Oh, damn it. He's
well, are
actually
you
doing
talking
pretty
about,
good
so are you
too.
talking about who goes all the way to podcasting?
Yeah, who's the guy who was on? He got fired from Fox, and now
Yeah,
he's
Tucker
doing his own.
Carlson.
Oh,
Tucker
Tucker
Carlson, thank you, Jesus. Yeah, he seems to
That
be doing just
fucking guy.
fine.
Oh, he's doing fine. He's fucking whacked out of his brain. But yeah, he's got like 21 million YouTubers or whatever. I mean, yeah. And this is part of, I kind of alluded to this earlier because it's a little out of our realm on this, but this is all part of the MAGA split. because you've got Tucker Carlson, you've got Candace Owens. This is one of these, if you know things. Megyn Kelly, all of these podcasters or satellite hosts who are anti-Trump now. They have been Trump, 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 Trump. But because of the Iran thing, they're all bailing on him. They're all calling for him to be removed from office. And so it's so funny. And this is what I loved with the Democrats the last go around, where they're just all split. None of them know what they believe. They're all pissed off at themselves and each other and their leaders and stuff. But yes, if you're talking about, does it work? Of course it works. Tucker Carlson's doing great. It's like I've used the line before. People would say, "So you're not going to be on the radio anymore?" I go, "No. What radio station was Joe Rogan ever on?" You don't. Okay, it's not 1999 anymore. Kids, grow up. So yeah, Colbert could just do YouTube if he wants, or you can just wallow in the Lord of the Rings universe.
That's
not
such
my
a
thing.
stupid damn group of movies, and the books are so. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is
Oh.
dumb.
No, I like them.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Oh, we have a Lord of the Rings guy.
Is it your precious?
I mean, I like the movies. I didn't have any obsession with them, but I've also been to Hobbiton in New Zealand, and it was pretty amazing. So,
Are you also a Harry Potter guy?
I watch the movies. I'm not as big a fan.
Okay. We learn more about Jeff every day. Remember the Tom Brady roast? You remember Nikki Glazer? That's where she really came out. Tall, blonde. She was already a comedian. She was touring the country, but I mean, she exploded after the Tom Brady roast, and now she's doing huge concert tours and stuff. And she always, for the most part, quote, quote, she wears very short, tight miniskirts. She's very sexual in a lot of her stand-up stuff. And she was on a podcast yesterday where she got candid about her sexual preferences. She's been in an on-again, off-again relationship with this guy named Chris Convey. He's a producer that she met way back in 2013. And on this podcast yesterday that went viral, she was talking about some of her kinky things, but the thing that people are focusing on is that it started out with her kind of subtly saying, well, I don't care if my boyfriend has sex with other women. And then it went further, and it's actually more than just I don't care. It's like a kink of hers, and I'm not here to kink shame.
Okay.
She says, in fact, I kind of like it. She says it makes me horny to think about him doing other girls. I'll ask about all of his girlfriends, anyone he's had in the past, anyone he's had while he's been with me, all the details about it. It's foreplay for me. I get revved up just talking about it, end quote. Her reasoning is she wants a guy that other girls want. So, hey, my guy's getting laid by other girls. That makes him more attractive to me. And her only rule is he can't ever be emotionally intimate with them. No kissing. And no, like, what was the example she used? Like snuggling on the sofa watching a TV show. No. That's their thing.
Okay,
if
so
you
no
just wanna bang
emotional
'em out-
cheating, but physical cheating's totally cool. Got it.
Right. She's all for it.
Well, to each their own. You know, there are people out there that does turn them on. I know some people in particular, they like watching it too. They prefer to
Yes.
be in the bedroom when that's happening.
Yeah, I mean and this is all kind of that cuckold family, depending on it's a form of it where sometimes you're doing it voluntarily, other times you're forced to watch or whatever. But yeah, it's all part of this. I want to know or I want to see the person that I'm with who's having sex with someone else. And I always, so like the past relationship thing that I get. That I don't know what it is. There's something that turns me on about if I'm with a girl, like I'm in a relationship, and she wants to tell me about past things she's done. It doesn't bother me. I wasn't around, and it can be a turn on. But the idea of her having sex with other men or watching it or anything, no. But whatever Nikki Glazer wants, I really don't believe in kink shaming and whatever. I think it's amazing she's willing to talk about it.
Yeah, good for
That's
her.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes, and look, because she's gonna get judged. You're just a whatever.
Yeah, daddy
She's gonna
issue
get called
something.
everything. Yeah, she's everything from a slut to she's in an abusive relationship and everything in between. But just opening up about it lets so many other people open up about their things that are gonna be weird, and some of them are weird. I mean, but I'm not here to kink shame, so I'm not gonna go into dressing up like a rabbit and hopping around and being a furry. I'm not going to do that. I'll tell you why that's wrong. I refuse to.
America's RAD Cast, only on the radnetwork.com.
The first time Corey walked into my home, I came around the corner, extended my right hand to shake it, and said to him, "Wow, you're big." And that would be Corey from QuickDumpsters.com. Quick is spelled wrong intentionally. Quick, Q-U-I-K Dumpsters.com. That's QuickDumpsters.com. Corey's yet another maggot launching his own locally owned and operated business, and boy, did I need him, and really we all do. Things pile up, you get frustrated, you keep saying, "We need to make a dump run." Pretty soon it's more than a dump run, and now you need to rent a truck or have one of those ugly upside down box cars parked in front of your house that you fill up yourself. Or you do like I did, you call Corey at QuickDumpsters.com. In my case, my house had fallen into complete disarray as my late wife Christina had lost her 2-year battle with congestive heart failure, and amongst the many things left were gathering her things and finding what to donate and what had to just go in that pile of stuff where we were both going, why did we ever buy this? And it all could have been so overwhelming had Corey not just walked in, taken charge, and removed dozens of boxes of total junk, unusable dog kennels, desks that were falling apart, a worthless old smoker that couldn't be fixed, bag after bag of crap, and I can't remember what else. He was quick, spelled wrong, Q-U-I-K, quiet and clean. Well, he wasn't clean. I mean, he was. But I'm not commenting on his hygiene. I meant that his work was clean. He swept everything when he was done, and the house looked like he'd never even been there. Corey's the real deal, and I couldn't be more proud and happy to call him a brand new advertiser. His story's incredible, his dedication unmatched, and his motivation to succeed larger than he is, and that's saying something. Quotes are free. You don't even have to have them over to your house. Just send him some pics or videos, and you'll get your price, schedule your day and time, and watch someone else get that junk out of your house. Go to QuickDumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, Dumpsters.com. Quick, Q-U-I-K, Dumpsters.com. If you've never heard of microseal, let me tell you what it isn't. It is not a really small marine mammal. Get it? A microseal? Oh, fine, just ask AI. AI describes microseal this way, with a bunch of AI words. Microseal is a premium, eco-friendly, and biodegradable fabric protection spray that penetrates deep into fibers to provide permanent stain, soil, and sun fade resistance for rugs, furniture, and delicate fabrics. It uses nanotechno blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah. What AI is trying to say is that microseal is non-toxic, non-allergenic, safe for pets and children, and, although AI doesn't say this, it should, you need to contact longtime maggot Joel from AdvantageSteam.com right now to get him to apply microseal for you. You can even make appointments online at AdvantageSteam.com. We've had microseal for years at Williams Manor, and it treats a lot more than carpets. Microseal protects virtually all fibrous materials, including wool, cotton, silk, suede, leather, and synthetic fabrics. It protects upholstery, carpets, rugs, draperies, and clothing, including wedding dresses. And ladies, you're going to need what? 3 or 4 of those in your lifetime. And it protects against stains, moisture, and UV degradation without changing the texture. Also, if you're an interior designer, Joel has a special program just for you, and all you have to do is say the password, which is what? What? There's no password, I guess. Never mind. Whoever you are, contact Joel at AdvantageSteam.com, and if you're an interior designer, tell him. I guess I don't know. That's AdvantageSteam.com, where you'll learn more about microseal and everything else that Joel offers at AdvantageSteam.com. That's AdvantageSteam.com. AdvantageSteam.com.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right after America's RAD Cast, Rob pulls out his soapbox, stands on it, which is the only way he can be a member of the 6-Foot Club, and passionately, forcefully, and in Rob's case, self-importantly, expresses his opinions about subjects that truly matter, like how all people who live a plant-based lifestyle should be rounded up and used as mulch, or why people with no upper lip can't be trusted, and that anyone who thinks the series finale of The Sopranos was anything better than having your own genitals removed, fed to a goat, and then force-fed to you should be immediately institutionalized. Ah, yes, the stuff that really matters. Rob's Soapbox. It's for people who know that RFK Jr. is nuts, but need someone to tell them why. Listen or watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right after America's RAD Cast, only at the radnetwork.com.
Okay, I guess I'll take over here. Call America's RADcast at 888-587-5355 or email us radcast@theradnetwork.com. Rob, you're really not coming back?
Got this email to radcast@theradnetwork.com. We were doing entertainment news. Talked about a couple days ago. CNN, oopsie, accidentally ran a video and put up a notice on their website that Michael J. Fox of Back to the Future and Family Ties fame had died. He didn't. His PR department had to come out and say, yeah, no, he's alive. Then he came out and kind of issued a funny statement. But we were talking about that these media outlets, they have obituaries ready to go for people that they have every reason to believe are nearish death. And Kyle was asking, well, wait, what's the connection there? And it's okay, Kyle didn't know about the Parkinson's thing. You know, Michael J. Fox, very serious Parkinson's. And he's had some scares. So that's why they had the Michael J. Fox one ready. Jordan wrote in and said, what about Keith Richards? Haven't they had his obituary ready for decades? That guy's never going to die. Right. So I went to deathlist.net. This is one of those, here's who's going to die type lists. And sure enough, the one I mentioned, Clint Eastwood, and they rank them by in the order of it's an entertainment website, right? If you're entertained by other people's death, by the likeliness they're going to die. So even though Clint Eastwood is 96, he's working. He just finished directing another film. He's acting. He seems fairly active. So they put him 28th most likely to die on the list out of 50.
He's also a new father, isn't he?
All these old guys are. I don't know how new of a father he is, but he probably within the last 10 years. It seems like it. I don't think he's as new as De Niro and Pacino.
Pacino, that was the one I was thinking of. Okay, thank you for clarifying. My bad.
Top of the list is Dick Van Dyke, who's 101. So yeah, they've got him ready to go. Let's see, other names. Buzz Aldrin, the 96-year-old astronaut's on the list. Mel Brooks, that's because there's going to be a Spaceballs sequel. It comes out next year, and everybody's wondering, is he going to be around? He acted in it. It's done. It's been filmed. It's just, will he be at their premiere or will he be dead? Joe Biden.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Why they have that ready? We did Clint Eastwood, and and the other one. Do what?
They have Trump in there too.
They don't have Trump on the death list, and I wonder if because he's the current president, if deathlist.net, is that what it is?
Yeah.
If they're like, we don't need any Secret Service stuff. As soon as he goes, as soon as he's out of office, he'll be 82, and then maybe they'll put him there.
Gotcha.
I don't know if Biden was on their list while he was in office, but there might be that.
And I thought maybe they did it for all the presidents just in case, because there's always that chance of assassination.
True, but is it likely enough that they'd be in the top 50 over all these other people?
Okay, understood. Okay, yeah.
The one that grabbed me was way down at 46th, and he should be on the list. I get it, but William Shatner, Captain Kirk, he's 95. That guy doesn't look or act 95 at all.
No, he's pretty well spoken still.
I don't think he's changed in 20, 25 years. He's the same guy, it seems like to me. That would shock me more than a guy who's 20 years younger than him dying.
I think I saw on the list. Isn't he doing commercials still? I think I see him doing new commercials. I can't remember for what, but yeah.
He went viral a week ago. He's been consulting some of these new Star Trek series' spin-offs. Because some people in the Trump administration were mad that one of them had gone woke because they had like, I don't know, intergalactic relationships or whatever. And Shatner came out and said, Star Trek's always been woke. We were literally the first interracial kiss ever on television. Remember, we're in the future. We're the stuff we're worried about in 2026, we probably won't worry about in the 23rd century if we're all even still around. So yeah, he's still out there. He's active. He's opinionated.
He even went to space, didn't he? He was in one of those little
He
rockets.
did.
Yeah.
He went up with Bezos, right? And he cried when he got back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So there's your list of that. We'll take a break and be back.